What's up, guys? Welcome back to Blueclouds TV. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Football Minutes Live, brought to you by Blueclouds Media YouTube channel. And my name is Nate Zion, the host for the show, with my co-host Stephen G, who's not going to be here with me today, but hopefully we'll see him tomorrow. Just like I said, we're going to review on Saturday's game and also some other Premier League fixtures. Nottingham Forest were not lucky. We're not lucky at all. And also some interesting news coming from the Premier League as we're going to get into it. The cracks are widening at Chelsea FC as Mauricio Pochettino faces a full-scale revolt from the fans, while Todd Boehly's ownership is under fire. The chant from Jose Mourinho are getting louder and louder. Could this truly be the end of Mauricio Pochettino's era at Chelsea Football Club? Whilst we're even halfway of the season, we're gonna discuss this in live on this platform. Also, we will be looking into news coming from the Premier League. Paul Tierney, at this moment, Paul Tierney has to step down from being the main officiating referee for the game against Brentford and Arsenal coming this weekend. And also, we're gonna talk about the updates of the Napoli striker, Nigerian international Victor Osimhen, as it looks like Chelsea will still go in for this young, talented Nigerian striker. So these are the topics that we'll be discussing on the show live today. So guys, do not forget, as you know, how we do it on this platform. I apologize for coming a bit late, 30 minutes late. I got other stuff that I was trying to take care of and make sure I get the stream going for you guys. But I'm very happy to be here. I'm very happy to see you guys here live again. So whatever question you have, whatever situation it is regarding Chelsea Football Club, the inconsistency of their performances, and also whatever you think you have in your head, share with me in the comment section below. You drop your comments there, your questions, and I'll take my time to read and digest those questions as they come in. If you want the link to be able to participate with me or be in the studio with me, also you can send your link in there, and then I'll be very, very happy to look into it. So thank you very much, guys, for being here. We're gonna get this thing going. Stick with me, do not go anywhere. Blueclouds Media Live, your host for the show, Nate Zion, is here with you. Catch you guys on the other side. Welcome back, guys, beautiful people. Welcome back to the show that you guys all love the most, and anticipating, entertaining, football channels out there that people always want to be part of. So yes, the show is live for you wherever you're watching us from. If you're watching us from X or Twitter feed, let me know where exactly you're watching the show from, and don't forget to drop your comments and questions in the in the description below. And like I said, I'll be very, very happy to read that loud for each and every one of you joining me on the show today. We're gonna start from the weekend game. We saw brilliant formation, brilliant formation. First half was so brilliant, and I've said this time and time again that Chelsea Football Club is not a club that plays 90 plus minutes. Either they play very bad in the first half or play very badly, in the second half. One of them. They don't have that, strength to go in toe to toe and play a whole 90 minutes without, staying back. And I'm not so sure if that is the tactics of the manager. You could argue, that is the manager's setup. We saw it many times when Chelsea played Manchester City at Stamford Bridge. We saw the difference between when Mauricio Pochettino makes certain changes and that draw Chelsea to sit back and soak pressure. The same thing happened at Etihad when Chelsea played, Manchester City again. Halfway, about 20 minutes to go, Mauricio Pochettino tried to preserve the one goal which he couldn't. You cannot preserve one goal with the talented Manchester City players. Phil Foden is having the life of his, Premier League career. He's playing outstanding. He's been so good. You cannot defend 90 minutes, or you can defend 20 minutes when the pressure is coming. Erling Haaland, wonderful player. 5 goals against the championship side in the FA Cup competition. So, what is the problem right now with Chelsea AFC? Is it the manager? Is it the owners? Is it the sporting directors? The chanting for the return of Chelsea legend, Chelsea former coach, or as a legend, Jose Mourinho, it kept growing and growing and growing. We saw so many negative chants in the game against Brentford, away. The call of Roman Abramovich, the call of Jose Mourinho. So many negative, and then also people are hoping that Mauricio Pochettino has to be sacked. But my question is, who is there to come in? Would you prefer an interim manager? Does it worth bringing an interim manager? And do you think that Jose Mourinho will be an interim if he's been called upon? Would you like him? A lot of people say Jose Mourinho is not the guy of yesterday. He's not the guy that we used to know in the past anymore. And I found out to be very, 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 disturbing if I hear that. Jose Mourinho cannot work with young kids. Did you tell him? Did you ask Jose Mourinho if he can work with these young kids? And he said no. I found it very difficult to believe those news coming from some media outlet. Call Jose. If Jose said I can work with these young players, why not? You give him a shot. Say, okay, Jose Mourinho, we got these young players and want to get the best out of them. Can you work with them? Sure, why not? Will Jose be prefer to be an interim manager? I'm not so sure. If not Jose, then it means that the club has to sit down and look for the right person to bring in now if you sack him. But if you say now, who is there to come in? Hans Flick, I don't think he wants to be an interim manager. And when he's also going to come in, he has to steady the ship for a while before he can hit the ground running. Nagelsmann, I don't think he wants to be an interim manager. He wants to be the main manager. But you have to take your time and assess these new managers and see if their profile or the philosophy match the club's brand and the profile. There have been other news also about Feliciani. I think Luis Feliciani, one of the owners, Clear Lake owners, those that own Chelsea Football Club. He made a statement that people are just taking some aspect of that statement, some context of that statement, but not listening to the whole entire maybe video, but they click certain aspect of it. That is what would I say that is what they want to hear. You get what I'm saying? That is what they want to hear in terms of what he said. If Chelsea are looking for win now, it's not going to happen because it's a long-term project, according to Feliciano, what he said, and what I was listening to him. The brand at which how they want to manage the team, it's not a process that Chelsea is going to rip up results right now. I know the fan base are expecting results now, but from what Feliciano is saying, the result is not going to come now. It's a steady process. It's a long-term project because lots of these footballers, lots of these players are on high, would I say, a long-term contract, 6, 7 years, 8 years contract, at which they are on. There's nothing you can do now. But would I say, would you blame the owners or would you blame those that they employed to the football club to work for them? I've said this example. It's just like bring and voting for a president. President comes in, he appoint certain personnel who will be in charge of certain sectors, and they end up not doing the right thing. At the end of the day, it comes back to the owners. You get what I'm saying? So we have to look into this very, very well and see what is going on. Why are we still having the inconsistency? Why is Chelsea still going having so many injury players at the football club? And how can that be resolved? Apparently, they tried to resolve those problems. The medical team that was there last season is not there anymore. Different medical team. Reece James has been on the medical bench for how long now? Bench will return not too long ago. Wesley Fofana, he's been very, very unlucky with injury. He's been there. We spent so much money on Lavia. Lavia hasn't even kicked a ball. Wesley Uguchukwu has a very, very good, terrific performance when he had a chance, and also got injured. We don't know how long it's going to take him for him to return. Thiago Silva, I'm not so sure how long it's going to take him to return, but even with that, Chelsea have to try and do away without Thiago, play the game without Thiago Silva. The balance of the team is now there. A lot of imbalance because of young players. Certain players are not playing the rightful position. And I've said this many times. Look at Modric. Our last game before we played Brentford, who was being put in the middle, he played very, very well as a midfielder. Then the second game came, Modric came out from the bench. You think that consistency you have to keep on. Either you play him the same position or you put him on the left wing for him to play. That doesn't help the development of a young player. Now, I keep saying it. It will not help the development of a young player. Fair enough. Guys, if you're watching live, can you drop your comment saying if you have any problem regarding the game on Saturday or any other news that you've heard that I haven't heard on this platform, you can go ahead and share it with me, and then we can also talk about it. If you have any question you want to ask me, feel free, drop your questions also in, and then I'll take my time to go through those questions for you. All right. So I'm not so sure where Chelsea go from here in terms of the managerial. There's been so many ideas. They'll tell, some will say sack Mauricio Pochettino. Now, don't wait too long before you get worse. We need to get an experienced manager. And who are those experienced managers you can get? Hansi Flick hasn't cooked in the Premier League before. Hansi Flick hasn't done it in the Premier League before. What's the possibility that Hansi Flick can come to the Premier League and do it? Nagelsmann himself is the same thing. He's not proven. Nagelsmann is not proven. Hansi Flick himself, I'm not so sure about Hansi Flick. There's this one manager that I'm looking at from the Portuguese league, Sporting CP manager. I think what's his name? Is it Ruben Amorim is the name. But before you can bring that manager in, if he's able to win the Portuguese league and is able to win the the Europa League, Then I say Ruben Amorim, we can look at him. But without him winning those two competitions, he's got no place at Chelsea. It's going to be the same thing again. We're going to end up going back. My reason why I'm saying keep Mauricio Pochettino now, because I know the fan base is getting toxic and toxic and toxic. There's so many negative chants and songs being sung at the stadiums. It's not healthy. It's not good for the football club. But what I'm saying is, I have been there. I've seen it all. Where a managers have been in at the football club. We Chelsea win trophies, though, but the consistency of winning trophies has never been there. If we win a trophy this year, we're not going to win the same trophy the following year. We have to wait another 2 seasons to win the same kind of trophy we won 2 years ago. Look at how long it's been since Chelsea won the Premier League trophies. Almost like 6 or 7 years now. Chelsea haven't won the Premier League. Chelsea won the Champions League. When Chelsea's first Champions League was 2012. Then 2001, Chelsea won it again. How long did it take Chelsea to win another Champions League? You get what I'm saying? So that is what I'm saying. Either you put some faith in Mauricio Pochettino, maybe he's not a guy, but not to sack him now. Back him and see where it's going to take him, because sacking of managers cannot be the solution to these kind of problems every time. Big up to you, Santiago. Santiago says the Blues is okay. The club is young. This is year one. Okay, this is year one with Enzo Fernandez, Caicedo, Gustav Palma playing all together. Wait till next year. Be patient, Chelsea fans. That's exactly what I'm saying. That's exactly what I am saying. Young players, loving new crop of players playing together. Some players, some teams have already have their shape already. You could say maybe Tottenham Hotspur, but Spurs have had a couple of players that have played with each other for 2 seasons now. Most of Chelsea players having the first season this year. Santiago said that Abramovich and Marina has messed up has messed up the Chelsea roster for 6 straight years before Boehly got there. Absolutely. Absolutely. I agree with you. There are so many things that went wrong in terms of balancing the book, paperwork. A lot of things really went wrong at the football club. And I've said this many times. The only time that someone will come in to buy your football club, it means that your football club is in disarray. The football club is not functioning. It's dead. There was no business going on in the football club. There was no business going on. No one was buying players. No one was able to sell player until these owners came to buy. It will take them time. It will take them time. If you're looking for instant justice, you will get an instant justice. Maybe bring in a Jose Mourinho. But in the long term, how long do you think Jose Mourinho can be there? With patience, look at Jurgen Klopp. Klopp at Liverpool. Look at him with patience. He didn't win the Premier League for a long time until he started winning things. Look at Pep Guardiola. 3 seasons without winning the Premier League, and he was there to win the Premier League. He's gone on to win the treble, which no one has done it in English football. He's made the home ground the fortress, where you cannot go there and pick up all 3 points. Your best at the Etihad will be a draw. Chelsea could have done it, but the tactics of Mauricio Pochettino did not allow that. Let's take time. It's not the manager's fault. It is the inconsistency of the 3 sporting directors that Boehly brought in. Don't blame Boehly. Those people have good track record of what they've done in the past. So I would not blame them. If they came to Chelsea and the role that they put them is not working for them, doesn't mean that Boehly did not know what he was doing. Obviously, he knew what he was doing, but he hasn't gone right for Chelsea. We, the club, the fan base, need to have patience. I have the clip of Feliciano, what he said earlier today. Somebody sent that to me, and I'm gonna go on Twitter and I'll see if I can get that video so we all can listen to what he's saying. I want to know what you guys' thoughts are. What your thoughts are on that video? Let me see if I can get that played here on the show. I'm gonna go on X, play that video, and I want to know what your thoughts are listening to that video. What you taking from that video? Okay, in a second, I'm gonna start playing it. Let me know if you guys can also hear it louder. All right, so I'm gonna make this a little bit bigger on the screen. Hopefully I can share this on this weird what do you call it? Big up to the Sasuke Guna himself. The man himself is over here. Guna man himself is in the platform over here. He said, yeah, I called GOAT exact score for Chelsea 2-2. Brentford unfortunately got the correct score. Correct score too for okay. Is that City? Is that City 3-1? Is that City United? Excuse me, Manchester. Excuse me, Manchester City, and then okay. Big up to you, Sasuke Guna. He says the big match is today. Absolutely, we'll be waiting to see that game. I agree, bro. We are just seeing the end product of Pep and Guardiola clubs and Guardiola clubs. People forget how long it took for the clubs to become consistent. It took quite a long time, and I'm very very happy. At least Santiago is agreeing with what I'm saying. Some of the fan base, we have to calm down a little bit and understand what these managers are trying and these owners are trying to do. Patience. We can't be sacking one manager after another manager. It doesn't help. Uh, we have Frank Lampard came in as an interim manager. Lampard came in. Graham Potter came in. Now Mauricio Pochettino came in, and all the fans are saying, "Let him go, let him go." Who are you gonna bring in? The players also have to take responsibility for the way they're playing. You cannot blame Mauricio Pochettino for Gallagher missing those chances against Liverpool. You cannot blame Mauricio Pochettino for Nicholas Jackson missing that chance. You damn it, you're able to dribble the goalkeeper and could not have much power on the ball with your left foot. You cannot blame him. Nicholas Jackson is not a striker, it's a winger who was being converted into a striker just recently before Chelsea bought him. So he's still raw in play in that role. He's much better as a winger. You can blame Mauricio Pochettino. You cannot blame Mauricio Pochettino for the way Raheem Sterling is played. All those chances that Jackson have missed beginning of the season till now. You cannot blame Mauricio Pochettino. That is not fair on the Argentine manager. That's not fair on him. But let me see if I can click that out, this thing out for us to hear. Big up to you, AJ. Says everybody is busy today. Only 3 watching at this moment. And also, I think I came a little bit late. I came 30 minutes late today, so maybe that could affect the stream. It says United and Chelsea both are rubbish. You know, with Chelsea, you can see what they're doing, but with United, you can't see what they're doing. They're just waiting for one moment to score a goal. But Chelsea, they're swinging passes together, but the finishing has been the biggest problem. And playing for 90 minutes, Chelsea cannot play for whole entire 90 minutes. They play for one half of 90 minutes. One half, either they play well in the first half and play badly in the second half, or played very well in the second half and play badly in the first half. That has been Chelsea's season all this year. All right, so I'll share the screen and see if okay. All right, so okay. I'm trying to get the exact screen on. So, all right. I don't know which exact. Give me a second, guys. I'll get this up for you in a second. Let me see here. What do I have here on the screen? Okay, maybe this one. For some reason, I don't know. It's not moving. All right. Let me go to the comment. This wasn't here. Guys, I apologize for the inconvenience. If you can hear me, let me know. Am I frozen? Can you still hear me, guys? Can you still hear me? Guys, let me know if you can still hear me. Santiago said Chelsea is at least a full of young players. United are relying on older players with bad contract, which is true. Amrabat, I don't know why United even brought him in. He's not good enough. Amrabat. Having issues from the browser. I'm having issues from the browser. Let me refresh it. All right, guys, I apologize for the inconvenience. A little technical glitch there whilst I'm trying to preview the video that I'm talking about, so you guys can all look at it and then tell me what you guys make from that video. So I'm still there trying to get it on my screen, so it won't show up. All right, so let me just copy it to a different. It's not showing the screen here. Okay, maybe I can do that here. Okay. All right, so we can get that on this. All right, I got it. Guys, let me know if you can hear it also. Okay, I'm gonna start all over. If you can hear the sound, give me a thumb up so I know everywhere we're all on the same page. All right, so guys, can you see it? Let me know if you can see it. Somebody give me a thumb up if you can see what I'm previewing. Let me let me see that real quick. If okay, all right, I see it here, so I think we are good to go. All right, so
But ultimately, what we're trying to build is a long-term sustainable business that can accrete in value significantly. And that means a lot more than just winning or losing at the pitch. That's important.
Right.
As a brand, as a media property, as a team, as a club. But we're also trying to establish and build or put in place the right building blocks to have a great business, kind of in 3 years, 5 years, 7 years. And a lot of the work that we're doing is behind the scenes trying to do just that. But ultimately, what we're trying to build is a long-term sustainable business that can accrete in value significantly. And that means a lot more than just winning or losing at the pitch. That's important.
Right.
As a brand, as a media property, as a team, as a club. But we're also trying to establish and build or put in place the right building blocks to have a great business, kind of in 3 years, 5 years, 7 years. And a lot of the work that we're doing is behind the scenes, trying to do just that.
Okay. From what I just listened from Feliciano, who is the main guy, this guy is the main guy behind the Clear League ownership, those that own Chelsea. This is the guy, and he is looking at 3 to 5 years. And if you listen to what he's saying, it's about the same project with Manchester City, pretty much the same project with Liverpool. Chelsea cannot be the same as they used to be under Roman Abramovich, which there was no much of accountability. Roman Abramovich was just in love with the success of the football club, but not in a business wise. Nowadays, football is all business. There's no owner. You wouldn't see owners like Roman Abramovich anymore in football. There's no one there that is just throwing money away. What Chelsea have bought, Chelsea believe they will gain something out of it in the future. 3 to 7 years project is what they are looking at. We have someone in the building right now. Chelsea Don. Chelsea Don.
Big up.
Big up to you, Maya. Big up to you, Maya in the show. Maya in the building said Santiago said we are on. He says we are. I think on Osime of the healthy in Kunku away from taking off all the way to the top of the league. And next season, I already trust Petrovic as our goalie. Number one, I trust Petrovic too. Maya, big up to you, Maya. So Maya, big up me and everyone. I hope you're all doing you're all are winning a life and stay well. Thank you very much, Maya. Thank you very much for your wonderful call. This is comment. Todd completely ruined our football club. I doubt that. I doubt it. But guys, big up to you, Big AL in the back of the building. Against this, a big up.
Yeah, big up my bro Alan.
Yeah, absolutely. Big up, Big AL. Guys, let's take a look at Feliciano's, interview again. I'm gonna play that right back again. So, Chelsea Dan, I want you to listen to it and tell me.
I've told you all along about
Yeah.
the Clear Lakes just here for the.
Yeah, let's listen to it one more time.
Yeah.
Dan, let's listen to it one more time.
I told you, I know when I'm not right about it now.
Yeah,
they always need to listen to us.
Yeah, let's listen to what this guy is saying, and let's take what everyone think of what they are saying. Is that positive or negative?
What we're trying to build is a long-term sustainable business that can accrete in value significantly. And that means a lot more than just winning or losing at the pitch. That's important,
right?
As a brand, as a media property, as a team, as a club. But we're also trying to establish and build or put in place the right building blocks to have a great business, kind of in 3 years, 5 years, 7 years. And a lot of the work that we're doing is behind the scenes, trying to do just that. But ultimately, what we're trying to build is a long-term sustainable business that can accrete in value significantly. And that means a lot more than just winning or losing at the pitch. That's important,
right?
As a brand, as a media property, as a team, as a club. But we're also trying to establish and build or put in place the right building blocks to have a great business, kind of in 3 years, 5 years, 7 years. And a lot of the work that we're doing is behind the scenes, trying to do just that.
All right. You guys have heard it many times. I can play it back a bit later on. We got 10 of us watching live, guys. Please do us a favor. If you're just joining us on this platform, you can subscribe to the channel Metaface Doom in the building. Metaface Doom, thank you very much. It's been a while. I hope you're doing very well yourself. It says salute Zion and Chewy. Absolutely. My man Chewy just done himself in the building. Santiago said from what this clearly guy is saying, he wants Chelsea to be like Real Madrid. A consistent, dominant team that's the popular worldwide, which I agree with you 100%. Maya said, I'm also sure that Chelsea Dan doesn't want to hear project manager or team next season. All right, let me take Chelsea Dan's I'll come back to my last comment again. All I hear is project. I am tired of it. I know, Maya, you're tired of it, but we'll talk about it and see the pros and cons of Project. Patrick Bettman said in the building, absolutely in the building. Just done. What did you take from what Feliciano is saying in this interview?
I've told you, I mean. I told you all along.
No, what did you take from it?
We've been right. The Clear Lakes don't give two shit about the Chelsea Football Club. They're here for business. They're money organisers just want to salute money. They don't care if we lose on the pitch or win on the pitch. They're not here to do a sustain winning mentality to win us trophies, win us Champions League, being a champions. They don't care if we win a Champions League or not, or they don't care if we win a Premier League. They're just here for the long basement to bring youth development in and bring basically buy it like trade, and hopefully it's like a gamble on poker. If you go to play poker on the cards and you gamble money, it's a situation what they're trying to do, gamble on players. If they buy players that ain't going to be good enough for Chelsea, then they'll reduce the money on the project on them to sell them on. They've ruined I've said it all along, they've ruined the club. They don't give two fucks about the club. They're just here for them. Think about the project, what they want, what they're doing, and focusing on monetary loyalty and business. They don't care about the club.
All right.
This Clear Lake, yeah, Clown Lakes, I'll call them Clown Lakes, because they are useless at what they're doing to our club. They've ruined our club, and they just don't give two craps, And when they're brainwashed in the first season, they came to us, trust the process, they're going to try get us trophies and that. They're not trying to do that.
All right. Chesterton, you've said a whole lot about how clowns these people are, but I'm not so sure about the context and what you took from this interview. From what I'm hearing, what I took from the interview, he did specific certain keywords, long-term brand, and also something that will last for 5 to 7 years. And also, it's not just about winning and winning, but which is also very important. But the most keyword here is sustainability. There's no other owner in the Premier League who is just throwing his money away like Abramovich did in his time. It's not there anymore. There's no owner like that. Everyone is all a brand. It's all about brand. Don't even get it twisted. Jim Ratcliffe is not just coming in to throw his money away as 25% shareholder of Manchester United. He's definitely going to reap some profit out. It's not just throwing his money. I'm telling you that. It took a long time for Manchester United to become their brand, to become what it is now at its yet. It took time for Liverpool also to be able to establish that kind of a winning mentality. It's never gonna come now.
It's not good enough, It's not good at a brand. We're not a brand.
How do you understand a brand? How do you understand a brand?
We're not a brand football club, right? We're not a brand, right? We're Chelsea Football Club.
What is Chelsea Football Club? What is
Chelsea Football Club? Is the heritage where been the best, most useful winning trophies. Yeah, a trophy cabinet makes you having money. Being in the Champions League makes you have money, right? Premier League, if you win a league, makes you have money.
Okay.
Right. The situation, a brand name, we've had so many different brand names before with Roma and Abramovich, and yes, it does make you have a bit of money. But what brand names there on? What? Circus Clown Lakes, like pictures, like we've got a bloody a sponsor shirt already, that is not really going to stay there for long. So a brand, if we're not a brand football club, this guy, what he's saying on the thing, he don't care about losing on the pitch or off the pitch.
No. Just that you're not getting the contest.
It's a joke.
Hold on. You admit you when you're talking, I was quiet. You're not getting.
They're ruining our club. People need to wake up.
Chelsea down. You hearing me?
I'm listening. Go on.
You're just saying something that suits your narrative. They ruined the football club. In which contest? You're not giving me the right contest at which they are ruling your football club.
What, knee?
I can think of some, knee.
That's what I'm trying. That's what I'm trying to explain. DJ knows.
Just then, give me the contest. Don't say this.
Oh, the contest. Okay.
Yeah.
Right. Start off buying youth academy. Yeah, youth academy that flip-flop dryers that
youth
might buy,
academy.
might not could, might, they're buying young players at age 16, 17. Might take them 5 or 6 years, to redevelop to be good players or not good players, The whole situation of the directors, they're bringing flip-flop dryers, right, that ain't contributing to be mentality, to getting mentality players experiencing, right? The side of the ground rules, they got rid of their best guardsman, and they're bringing like entertainments of like a circus club where they're putting like movies on and putting a bedside on the Stamford Bridge for TV adverts. What is that? We never had that at Chelsea Football Club, right? And then these brands they're talking about, what kind of brands are you bringing in? And what kind of stuff like you saying you don't care about losing on the pitch or nothing? It's ridiculous, Nee.
He did not say. He did not say.
He come out. He said,
Can I talk? Can I talk?
About
give me a
pitches
second.
on
Can
the
I
pitch.
talk? He did not say he doesn't care about winning. He said it's not just about winning and winning on the pitch, but then it's a brand that has about 3 to 5 to 7 years to recoup profit for the football club. And look around the Premier League. No one is buying players at age of 27, 28 anymore. Everyone is going for young players. You know why everyone is praising Brentford Football Club, not Brentford Football Club, Brighton Football Club.
Yeah, but we're not Brighton. We're not Brighton, Nick.
I'm not saying we are Brighton. We're
a big club.
Can I talk? Chelsea down. If you interrupt me, we're not going to move forward.
Sorry, Bobby, go on.
I gave you time to tell me what exactly are they doing. You're not supposed to pick me and give me the main important thing that they're doing that are ruling the football club. You're not telling me. You're telling me. What you're telling me is not really necessary about football and screens and TV, whatever. It's not necessary. It's not really necessary. The main important thing that is really ruling the football club, it's not that. You're talking about Chelsea Football Club has a heritage of winning trophies from the back in the days. You won the Champions League trophy in 2012. How long did it take you to win another Champions League trophy? It was even a lack. How long did it take you? When you won the Premier League, how long did it take you to win another Premier League? Back to back, you go about 2-3 years to win another Premier League. Do you like that kind of a sustainability? Go and look at Manchester City. Their brand and what they're doing behind the scenes, they're bringing in profit. They're bringing in young players. Folding. You went to Manchester City and you paid 50 million. You paid 60 million.
They didn't buy Foden. Foden is a Man City Coburn.
I did not say they bought Foden. They also rely on the young academy players, just like Chelsea's also doing.
No, they're not.
You cannot give everything.
I disagree on that. Because Pep Guardiola buy players. It's buying experienced players.
But Chelsea also bought players.
Foden is just their bench player because for a minute
Chelsea also bought players. Did Chelsea buy players or not?
Chelsea bought players, but non-experienced players.
What do you mean? Fofana is not. Now you say Fofana
they're buying kids. Yeah, the kids they might not work as a system.
Fofana inexperienced. Is Fofana inexperienced?
But Wesley Fofana, is
he inexperienced?
Yeah, he is. He actually got experience in the Premier League.
Okay. Then so don't tell me that these owners are spending money on inexperienced players.
They're spending on kids, with non-experienced, for produce of
they're not kids. They're young players. They're young players.
They're kids. They're kids with non-experience.
Non-experience.
Come on.
They are spending money.
We've got to be real with because the situation, right, the project of non-experience in our team, half of the players they're gambling, that might come in 6 or 7 years or 10 years, might be world-class players. And for a minute, they're not world-class players, they're mid-average team. And this ban they're talking about a football club, what ban are you giving us? What brand? Tell us what brand.
It needs time. Brand? You need to take time to see that brand.
But the brand
let me go to DJ Sab. Thank you.
It's not good enough. Why
just down. Let me go to DJ Sab. Go to DJ Sab. DJ Sab. Let me bring him in again. DJ, There's a lot going on here. I'm not so sure if you've listened to this interview from Feliciano. If you want, I can play it back again one more time so you can hear it yourself. And let me know the context and what you're taking from it. Let me play it back for you, DJ.
Yeah, go on, bro.
But ultimately, what we're trying to build is a long-term sustainable business that can accrete in value significantly. And that means a lot more than just winning or losing at the pitch. That's important,
right?
As a brand, as a media property, as a team, as a club. But we're also trying to establish and build or put in place the right building blocks to have a great business, you know, kind of in 3 years, 5 years, 7 years. And a lot of the work that we're doing is behind the scenes, trying to do just that.
Thank you very much. A lot of work that they're trying to do is behind the scenes. They put it in place, building block that will make this club very successful
building loads of houses
in the future.
Yeah, that's what they're trying to do, build loads of houses in London.
No, what are you doing, man? Come on, let's be realistic. It's not a joke. It's not a joke. They're not building houses. Everything that you're talking about is behind the scenes. You're not gonna see it now. Manchester City.
Nick, before DJ come in, my nan owns London. My nan lives behind Stamford Bridge. She knows ins and outs, day in and out. My auntie works for a foundation at Chelsea Football Club. Knows ins and outs what's going on at the club. Yeah.
Forget about that one. Let DJ come. Let DJ come. Let DJ come. We'll come back to you.
No, stop, bro. Let him land. It's cool.
Trying to sell her place. So on the Stamford Bridge here, they're trying to build a big place of houses around Stamford Bridge and build Stamford Bridge bigger, right? They're trying to buy all the building estates here, and they want at the back of it to build like a little river for a new housing blocks estates. That's what he's on about. Because they're trying to get my nan out of her house. She's been there, and the house is worth a lot of money.
If you say, look, it's in the contest. He uses, if you say building blocks, that didn't mean they're putting up buildings. That's metaphor. It didn't say they're putting up buildings. It said building blocks. It's just like you're putting up a foundation, the brand. You're putting things in place to make that brand sustainable. That is what he said. Doesn't mean if he said building blocks, doesn't mean he's building something beyond Stamford Bridge. It's part of what they're trying to do. You have to remember what London is all about. The most attractive, iconic place in England, London. So when they're trying to build something there, all this will bring in finances to the football club. So you don't rely on just ticket sales alone. All right, let's go DJ.
Yeah, bro. Listen, big up to you and big up to Dan, by the way. I've heard a majority. I've only just come on. I've come on here and I was hearing bits of the conversation, what Dan was saying, what you're saying. Listen, I've already gone on your what do you call it, on your Discord, and I've stated already. I've stated my opinions and my views on these owners, and I'm going to continue to say it. It doesn't matter, and this is one of the reasons what Dan was saying, and I was trying. It took me a while to understand this. It doesn't matter what manager comes into Chelsea, whether it's Poch, you can bring in Guardiola, you can bring in Klopp, you can bring in all these other managers, right? But until these owners change their way of thinking and in terms of their philosophy, in terms of bringing in experienced players with the youngsters, look, I'm not saying, and this is not me going back on my thing about Enzo and Caicedo, because I still think they're excellent buys, and I'll continue to say that, along with Desassi, along with Badashili and so on, right? Even Fofana, I put in that as well. Okay, even though he's not kicked the ball for us. However, what I will say is these players need experience. And while we are in this scenario of not having the experience, if Chelsea fans, and I'm not aiming this towards you, Nee, right? But if Chelsea fans are very happy at seeing where our football club is at the moment, then you carry on loving it, mate. Because let me tell you this right now, it's going to continue to be this way for years on end, until these owners make some changes to what they're doing and their philosophy, way of thinking. Because at the moment, their way of thinking is all about the dollar sign. It's all about the money, okay? It's all about making profit first and then getting success afterwards. And at the end of the day, we are a Chelsea Football Club. We're not a brand, as we like to be known as. We're a football club. Yeah, a football club that's been around for generations, a football club that is loved, not like all other rivals with their clubs, are all loved by Chelsea and passionate Chelsea fans. And when you see what we built from Ken Bates when he first built everything, to Matthew Harding, to then Roman Abramovich, to these guys, Yeah, we had bad times during the 80s and 90s when we got relegated. We came back up. But what I saw with those players that got relegated and came back up, and there's management and everyone there, was fight, determination, coming back up, making sure we don't stay where we're going to be staying. At this moment in time, these owners don't seem to care where we're going. All right. They only seem to care about, okay, all right, Poch, it doesn't matter. You've done it, don't worry. Mr. Potter finishes last season, made us finish 11th. You make it 10th this season, we've got a spot better than last season. That's how they look. That's their way of in thinking, yeah, we're making headway, we're making headspace, we're doing well. Yeah. And it's not true at all, mate. I'm sorry to say this, and I'm not one of those kind of fans, yeah, that is what do you call it? As everyone knows on here, and everyone Dan knows, I've been a Chelsea fan in the 80s. I've since the 80s. I've seen the bad times and the good times of my football club. I've seen us get relegated. I've seen us come back up. I've been all through that. Save Stamford Bridge, save it for the pound. I've been through all this nonsense that we've had to go through over the years. Before obviously we started to be sustainable, and unfortunately, until these owners decide what they're going to do, we are going to find ourselves being mid-table every season. Now, if every Chelsea fan is accepting and happy to accept
I'm so
that,
glad my brother DJ's in
okay.
Here.
If fans accepted and happy to accept that, then you guys enjoy the ride. Because let me tell you this right now, it ain't gonna happen for too long. Because once the fans start protesting, these guys are gonna have nothing but these guys are gonna have to do something. Because it all began in Wolves, when we got absolutely battered by Wolves at Stamford Bridge. We then take a lead against Brentford on Saturday. We then drop the lead. They come out in the second half like, I don't know what's happened to them, like they did against Liverpool. God knows what this manager is telling them. And all you heard in that game was F off Poch, F off Todd Boehly, okay, Jose Mourinho and Roman. And these songs are going to long continue until these guys start doing something about it. And if they're not going to do it, bro, I'm telling you this right now, protests are going to start happening at Stamford Bridge very soon than expected. It's going to be exactly like it is at the Glaziers, like United have done it for years, like Arsenal have been doing it, and Liverpool fans have been doing it. Chelsea will be next on that to be doing it.
And
thank you very much. I'll come in.
You have to open your eyes, because I'm talking like that. DJ, love you so much to you explaining what I'm trying to say. But we love you loads, but the fans got to open their eyes, because we're not a brand. I've told you this. We're a Chelsea Football Club. We have standards on our club, right? We're not happy. Do you know, since the chant, when's the last time that fans are saying the chant of our manager? Last 2 seasons, they haven't done it since Thomas Tuchel. We got Thomas T. We haven't chanted. The fans are going to club day in, day out. To go to a club that is a shit show. Yes, this video of the CEO, CFO, whatever he is, from Claire Lakes or Clown Lakes, I call them Clown Lakes. Yeah. There are the borders of trying to act like, the thing. You talk about experienced players, no team, Brighton. We're not Brighton FC. We're not Wolverhampton. We're not Leicester. We're not all these mid-average table team. We are Chelsea Football Club. It's the biggest club in history in England, right? You got Man United buying experienced players. You buy Man City buying experienced. Yes, they've got Phil Foden, but they're still bringing experienced players in.
They have Oscar Bob also over there.
Yeah, that's what I mean. They've got in.
All right. Thank you very much. Let me read
they've
some.
Got good. They've got good. I'm trying to say
you will get your
good sport directors, bro.
I got a lot of comments. I've missed a bunch of the comments as you guys. I'm letting you talk. I'm also coming in, but I do understand what Tessie Down you're saying. I do understand what DJ Sav is saying. All that you guys are saying, it's very, very important. Will I say it's very, very important to the football club. Your football club is not a brand. I understand, but these owners are going to be there for 10 years. They're not going anywhere. So if you don't have patience to ride along, join the bus, then it's going to be very, very, very painful for you as a Chelsea fan, because what I'm seeing,
they won't be there, Ling. They won't be there long, Lee. They won't be there.
They will be there. They're not going anywhere.
They won't be there. Chelsea fans be our test. They won't be there, bro. They won't be there.
You distract the show. You don't let the show go on. Chelsea Dan, I give you a chance to talk, but when I start talking, then you interrupt. You make the show doesn't go on. Chelsea Dan, come on. The Glazers they also have their time. They're not going anywhere. They've protested thousands of times and they're still there. And I don't think that these owners, as we are seeing them to be that bad, they're gonna come in and then run the football club to ashes. I don't think that's what is going on. But you don't expect these young players. So many injuries in one season. You have almost about 22 something players on the injury list once upon a time this season. For them to be able to have that consistency, inconsistency is going to be there. Someone said in the comment that we were laughing at Arsenal Football Club. Look at them now. Yes, we were laughing at Arsenal Football Club because they have time and give patience, so much time and patience to Mikel Arteta to still run the football club, although they were 5th and 6th when he came in.
But you know what, Nick? Can I just say something? On what you're saying, okay, is I can't believe. I'm not saying this is you, and I don't know, maybe you've said it, and I don't know if other fans have said it as well. Yeah. But it makes me sick here when I actually hear people running Roman Abramovich down, okay, after everything this guy's done, and these guys are starting to believe in these guys. Now, you tell me something. What have these guys actually won for us, mate, for everyone to so adore them so much as everyone is doing? They've done up to nothing for us, absolutely nothing, apart from since they've come in, okay, it's more or less taken our club right down to where it shouldn't be.
DJ, how long have they been there?
It doesn't matter, bro. At the end of the day, they could have carried. I tell you why, Nee, right? They could have carried on with this success with Thomas Tuchel. All they had to do was follow the blueprint.
DJ, okay? How long have they been there? How long was Abramovich there?
Let me land, bro. Let me land, and I'll tell you what I'm trying to say by that. What my whole point is to you, bro. Right? Okay. Yeah. What I'm saying is they could have continued this success. Bear in mind, you're new owners of a football club. You're coming into a football club, and you're thinking, okay, what am I seeing here? Chelsea Football Club been a success for the last 20 whatever plus years. Okay. So what you can do is, as we're new to this game. We don't know many things about football. All our knowledge so far is about the American football, American soccer, baseball, basketball, whatever you want to call it, right? Yeah. Okay. Okay. We don't know about this side of it all. So what we'll continue to do is we'll carry on making this club a success. All right. Until we can bring in the right people to sort this all out for us. Let's continue with this Chelsea success story. Yeah. Let's bring in the experienced players. We don't know much about the players that are out there. I mean, tell me, bro. They're going down a road of data analysts, of scouting players. I mean, you tell me that is basically more or less going down what you do in. Correct me if I'm wrong here, Nee, but do they not do that in baseball teams? They do. They go around doing data analysts, right? Yeah, on checking what players are coming. This is football, not baseball, not flipping
not American football,
not American football, bro. This is football. This is Premiership. This is English British football. Yeah, DJ, you do things completely wrong, DJ, bro. Right, DJ, probably. You know what I mean?
DJ, this method is being used now in modern sports, American football, basketball, baseball. It's what they use. And when you guys know Luis Campos. Campos used the same strategy in data analysis, bringing in top players. That is why it was being hyped. I remember every Chelsea fan wanted Luis Campos at the football club.
Yeah, I remember
PSG.
That.
Yes, that's why PSG brought in Luis Campos to use this data-driven analysis to bring in players that will be better. Look,
so Chelsea, why did you not join Chelsea?
Because Chelsea did not want to pay how much.
No, because he turned them down.
No. Chelsea, we're not willing.
No, it's not that.
You asked me a question. I didn't even give you an answer. Okay. You said no. You asked me a question. I didn't even give you an answer.
Give me the answer. Give me the answer then, please, Nebo.
Chelsea, we're not willing to pay how much money he wants a year for his database, the software that he uses to analyze players. Just we're not willing to pay that much money for Luis Campos because he has developed his own software that he uses to analyze players. That sounds good to you now?
Yeah, good to you, bro.
All right.
Yeah,
so
but also, he wasn't a yes man, and that's why they want a yes man tactic.
I don't have any evidence about all those yes man, no man, that kind of thing. It's just a saying. It's just a saying everybody's saying. I'm not into that one. I'm not into that one.
Todd Boehly and Ed Barley, and the Claire want a yes man that suits the ball for their system and their project. That's why Pochettino. I'll ask you. This is what and I love about DJ. Yeah, what I hate about the fans now slating Roma and Fanfish. No, can you remember the first year when he bought Chelsea Football Club? How much we was in a mess after Kevin Bates when Matthew Harding died. Can you remember what he did, DJ? Can I tell you what? Yeah, people say Abramovich. You lot are clueless what he did the first year at Chelsea. What was in a mess. He banged a team. Yeah, he put a team together for the first year and project the whole system at Stamford Bridge and making sure that every single staff was on the right financial payment and helped them, yeah, to make sure they've got the living payments done together and got us the Premier League that season and the FA Cup. And people slate Roman that is nothing compared to I. This is what I hate about half of the fan base. Roman, if you don't know nothing stats, I don't care where you from. Go watch. Go try and pop the histrionics it. The first season, what he did for Chelsea Football Club. Then let's see you state him afterwards, because if you don't, then you've got no clueless what Roman and Fab's done.
Thank you very much.
The first season, these Todd Boehly and Barley's coming. What have they done? Made a down shameful of Chelsea Football Club, and every single person's brainwashed with his own. Are you going to be happy when we're going to be in a championship and never make the Premier League again, or never make Champions League? No, you won't. You'll be fed up. And the PR test, we haven't had the PR test done yet, Nee. Yeah. But soon it will do. And PR test, the owners will win the PR test to make sure these lot are out of the club. We've done it before and won it, and making sure that we never got into the Super League, yeah, and we could do it again. But the fans got the balls to do the PR test, because it's all talks and daddy big shows about it, but the fans don't do it. They say they'll do it, but they don't. Well, I haven't seen one player on the pitch here, sitting on that pitch here, to PR test it. Or sit at Stamford Bridge outside the bridge here, PR test it yet. We heard all about it. There's a PR test last season. Two couple of people went to the bridge, turned up there, no one ever showed up. It's all big bollocks shows to them, but don't bring the shelves together to act fast.
Thank you very much.
And if you fans need to do
thank you very much, Chelsea Dan.
Club,
thank you very much. I love that. Coming, we cannot all be on the same part. If DJ Sal and Chelsea Dan on one part out, I want to stay on this part and defend this debate. I want to stay on this part so we can get this thing going. I just love this.
You want to defend it?
Yeah, I want to defend what Todd Boehly.
He wants to defend Todd Boehly and Barley. That's what he wants to do.
I want to defend these guys, and I know. But I'll come back to Chelsea Dan DJ here in a bit.
Bro.
I want to support. Look, let me tell you that.
Go on.
I know there's been Roman Abramovich. I'm never going to take anything away from Roman Abramovich. He has done a lot for Chelsea Football Club, but he is the main distractful person that have brought football to where it is now. No one was paying 60 million for players. But Roman Abramovich regime, he was just throwing money here and there. Now look at where we are. Victor Osimhen for 115 to 20 million. Who will pay that much money back in those days? And tonight was all the coming of Roman Abramovich that destroyed football. Now we want to see how many Premier League trophies under Roman Abramovich did they win? And we're going to look into that. How many trophies did Roman Abramovich win in his 20 years at the football club? No. Please. Hold on. We'll look into that one. We're looking to how many trophies they won in his time, and how many trophies have Manchester City Premier League trophy has he won in his time, and how they won it, and how the Chelsea won theirs. We're gonna look into all this and see under Roman Abramovich 20 years or over 20 years the football club. Are you encouraged with the number of trophies, with the number of Premier League trophies, not those domestic trophies like Carabao Cup and FA Cup trophies and the community shield? I don't want that one. I want the Premier League, the most important
5 Prem trophies, bro.
Premier League trophies
straight away.
So,
5.
All right.
No, 6 in total, DJ.
We're
6 major trophies Premier League and 4 major European Cups.
No, bro. No. Let me finish.
You're not listening. Dan, are you listening? You're not listening. Premier League trophy. Probably he's getting that from Wikipedia. I'm not.
No.
It's
I can state it to you guys in total, right? It's 6 titles, yes, but the 6 titles let's not forget. Before Roman Abramovich came to the football club, and before any of this, but Ken Bates, Matthew Harding, Chelsea had never won the Barclays. It used to be called the Barclays League Division back in the day,
Yeah,
right? Barclays
yeah,
League Division 1 titles back in the day, right? Chelsea never won that. The only time they ever won that was in 1955. Was the time when they lifted up the first ever
Yeah.
Prem trophy.
Facts.
Then when Jose Mourinho came to the football club, he won us our first Prem ever in years. And it was again in the
And
2005.
in that first season.
So basically, he's in total. What I'll say is, Dan, from my understanding, is we won the one Barclays League Division title when it was known as back then, or whenever it was, all those years ago. It's in 1955.
It wasn't under Roman regime, right?
It wasn't under
Roman regime. Premier League, just the Premier League.
Under Roman Abramovich. Under Roman Abramovich, as far as I know and my knowledge is, it's five Prems in total.
Okay.
In fact, 5.
How many has Manchester City win so far?
They've caught us up now. Aren't they 5 now?
They got 5.
5, the same as us now.
DJ, did they win? Look at how they won it. 20 years under Roman Abramovich, won 5 Premier League trophies. 7 years now, we haven't won it. Manchester City is now it's stated the trophy is there for them. Like every season, we know who's going to win in Manchester City. Not even Chelsea, not even Liverpool, not even Manchester United. That is what I'm talking about the patience that having the same kind of managers, the same people there, it will take time. You don't expect these new owners to win it back to back, even when they took over the football club. That's what I'm trying to say here.
What I will say to you and the people in the comments, and especially I've seen in Santiago seems to think we're going back to this old. Let's big up to Santiago. I know from other. I've seen him on other streams, and he's always in the chat. And big up to him. I know. No, I don't know him, but I do. We have spoken in comments before. All right. Listen, I'm not an old Chelsea. I've noticed you put on your comments there about these old Chelsea fans need to realise 5 trophies. I'm just telling you one thing. Yeah, it's 5 Prem titles, but what people are going to also take into understand, we never maybe won Premiership title since 2017. But we have made up for it on other trophies. And when I say other trophies, I'm not talking about your FA Cups and your Carling Cups. Let's talk about the big trophy with the big ears, the Champions League. No other club in the world apart from Liverpool, Manchester United, Nottingham Forest, Aston Villa, Manchester City can only say they've won that trophy. Okay, we've won it twice.
Facts.
Yeah, we've won it twice, bro, in Roman's time, right? We won 2 Europa Cups in Roman's time.
Okay, Super Cup, World Cup, what is cup?
We won a Super Cup in Roman. So at the end of the day,
you won the first one, 2012, and you won the bottom line one in 2021.
Yeah, but
it doesn't matter. It's still a Champions League, bro.
Won it.
Can Arsenal fans come on to me here and say we won a Champions League trophy?
No. We're not even talking about Arsenal.
Nah,
they can't
bro,
say
I'm
that.
just making people in the comments. I'm just saying to people in the comments.
Can Leicester City go in the Champions League?
Chelsea, when you were talking,
or Newcastle
interrupted. Chelsea, when you were talking, no one interrupted. Let DJ have land.
I'm just stating that all I'm basically saying right here is whatever people want to say. Yeah, it's been long since you've won the Premiership title. Okay, I'm not going to defy that, and that is what we should be going. That's our bread and butter. We should be going for that every season. But I tell you what, though, at least we've been up there amongst that when Roman was there. Okay, when these guys have come in, where have we finished? 10th and 11th so far. Yeah, that's great for all the Chelsea fans out there that are listening and watching this program. Brilliant. Then you carry on support. You carry on loving that. You carry on loving that. Yeah. You know,
all right.
And then also DJ.
That's good.
Hold on, DJ Sam. You come in. No, you come in.
Big up.
Chelsea,
come
relax.
On. Illegal things. Come on, Santiago. Santiago was not saying that months ago when we were winning trophies, bro. Now all of a sudden you're throwing this thing of illegal stuff against it. Now, come on, bro.
Let's look at this. Then you come in a bit. Just that I haven't read most of the comments. Let me go through some of the comments.
I know, but Nick, what I'm trying to say.
Hold on, Chelsea, Dan. This is your platform. Chelsea, the channel belongs to you. It belongs to you, Chelsea, Dan. Come on, let the show flow. Let the show flow, Chelsea. Santiago said, I'll start a bit from here. Maya also. He said, Santiago, your heritage, brah. So he said, yeah, we don't have a solid foundation, but Roman built a heritage at Chelsea Football Club. Metaface Doom said, even the Cobham staff has had enough of what I hear. Not everything you get to hear that you have to believe. Santiago said, Maya, Chelsea, we're not winning the league every season under Abramovich. Our legacy is overrated. We need highway standard coming from Santiago. Santiago, it's I think Santiago and I are on the right path today. We are supporting these new owners. We want to see something different. We want to see something different. Maya said, Todd came in and sold mediocrity. I ain't falling for it. I don't think I don't have. You don't have to. You don't have to. You have to. Still believe in what you believe. Maya. Santiago said Maya Roman also detains allegedly that set us back in the couple years ago. Did you forget about that too? No one, I don't think he does. He doesn't remember, maybe. Santiago, I don't care. Chelsea is a big club. We got what? Golden badge. So I will put my club in a higher standard coming from a Maya. So guys, bear with me. Some of these comments I haven't go through it, so I'm just reading them as I click on it. The Saski Gunnar said, volleyball. LA Dodgers spending the most, but do not win World Series ever. Just once in all the years of spending most. Burley fantasy sports. Let's see how that goes. Coming from our Saski Gunnar, thank you very much. Metaface Doom said Bayern and RM Real Madrid are buying experienced players. I don't says I am falling for 12 plays coming from so are you telling me that Jude Bellingham is that experienced? Are you telling me all these players that they've given time to? Vinicius Jr. is an experienced player before he came to the Premier. He came to La Liga. He was not experienced. Lots of them were not experienced. It took time for them. What's his name again? Valverde wasn't that experienced. Rodrigo wasn't experienced. All this with time and patience at Real Madrid.
Talents.
They become
talent.
they would that's with time. With time, they became
world-class talent. They're world-class talents now.
They were not world-class talents 2 seasons ago or 4 seasons ago. They became with time.
Of course they were. Of course they were.
They were not.
Stop that. Abilities.
Stop that.
They were showing their abilities.
Maya said that. Well, we have Casado, we have Enzo Fernandez. All these players are showing their ability. They need time to develop, to learn, to become world class as the others we've seen at Real Madrid. They need time. Saskia Gunnar said Chelsea best players this season: Palmer, and I think a couple of them. Santiago said Maya before Todd Boehly hasn't won. Before Todd Boehly, Chelsea hasn't won the Premier League in 6 years. Who cares if we're not top 4? I want to win. I think let me bring it down so I can see it. He said he wants to. Is this what? I want to win the Premier League. He said, we haven't won the Premier League in 6 years. Who cares if we're not top 4? I want to win the league every year, like Madrid, Bayern Munich, and City. Your standard is actually low coming from Madrid. There's a lot of them. I'll keep reading them. Let me give Chelsea Dan. Go for it. I'll highlight some of them. I'll read some of them.
I'll tell you what, Santiago, you're living in a dream world. I don't care what you're saying because top 4 makes you into a Champions League.
Chelsea Dan.
Yeah.
I don't want you to attack anyone in the comment, okay? That's their opinion. Let them stick to respect their opinion, but do not attack them. You don't have to care about what they're saying. But that's their
I'm not attacking them. I'm not attacking them. But
thank you very much.
I'm not attacking him. I'm just saying is you want to win the Champions League. You want to win the Premier League every single season. To win the Premier League, what do you bring the most successful in? Experience. We ain't got experience. Caicedo and Enzo ain't really top knowledge of football players, yeah? People say that he ain't an 8, he's a 6, or he's not a 6, he's a 10, he plays in a cam role. What is Caicedo and actually Enzo? They're both playmakers, yeah? You're talking about a review team winning the Premier League day in, day out. No, Man City's doing it now because they copied Roma Abramovich off the structure, bringing the best sporting directors in, bringing the best medical team in. That's what they've done. And also, it took Man City how long to win a Champions League? And they had to cheat on the Champions League. Now they've got the FA on their arse for cheating the project on the Champions League. Their first time they've won a Champions League, and yes, they've won 5 Premier Leagues, because they've got a brilliant manager. It's not a yes man called Pep Guardiola. Yeah? We got an experienced manager, Thomas Tuchel, one as a treble, one as a Champions League, Super League. And what did these owners go and decide to do, Nee? Oh, look, we sack you off and bring a jellyfish Harry Potter in with non-experience, who's never won a trophy in his life, probably a Dutch League trophy. What is that? Nothing. Yeah? Bring him in to be a successful great thing and messed up.
Oh, let me clear this real quick. With Thomas Tuchel, it wasn't his performance that led him to his exit at Chelsea Football Club. It was off the field issues with Thomas Tuchel. So
no, it wasn't.
It wasn't his performance that took him off the
no.
the
If
job.
it wasn't for him that last season,
yeah,
we would have been relegated. The situation was that he never got back on the place. He didn't know. He didn't want to help the Todd Boehly and their body.
Just done. Let me clear this again. It was under Thomas Tuchel that Wesley Fofana came in. It was under Thomas Tuchel that Raheem Sterling came in. It was under Thomas Tuchel that
no, it wasn't.
Raheem Sterling came in under Thomas Tuchel.
No, it wasn't.
When did Raheem Sterling came in?
No, it wasn't. Nee.
When did Raheem Sterling came in? Can you tell me?
Raheem Sterling came in, before, because Thomas Tuchel wanted a few players and DJ would back me up, right? He didn't want Aubameyang.
No.
The owners bring Aubameyang
You're getting confused. Raheem Sterling came in under... Cucurella also came in under Thomas Tuchel, right?
No. The owners, the Borders bought Raheem Sterling in because at the time when Cucurella was getting bought by Man City, they were looking at Raheem Sterling.
Koulibaly came in under Thomas Tuchel, right?
No, Koulibaly didn't come into Thomas Tuchel. It was the Borders.
What are you talking about?
No.
There was a list after
Hold on. Give me a second. Did yourself.
Dan. Yeah, basically, bro. Maybe Dan's got it, but what I can say is, when Thomas Tuchel was manager, bro, Raheem Sterling did come in under Tuchel. So did Koulibaly. They came in when Tuchel was still our manager.
Yeah, but it wasn't any signings. It wasn't any signings.
Aubameyang also came in. He says Tuchel was not back. That's what I'm saying. He's training so much. That's
no.
Yeah, no, but it wasn't any signings.
What are you saying, Dan?
Basically, right? I'll sum it. Basically, when Thomas Tuchel, and people can go and check this if they wanted to, when Chelsea were looking at strikers, for example, I'll give an example.
Yeah.
They wanted Erling Haaland. And I remember that the season before we had signed Lukaku, I think this is before Rome. I think this is during the Roman time. Yeah, he wanted Erling Haaland, and basically at the time I remember there was a thing. I think they could have got him, but Chelsea would have had to spend 200 million to bring him in, and that was the one player that he wanted over Lukaku. But instead, obviously, Roman would start to go in and bring in Lukaku, which obviously we all know has failed. When Todd Boehly and co came in, obviously they decided that they were going to do things their way, and they I think under him I think Koulibaly came during the Roman time, I think, didn't he? And so did Raheem Sterling. All right.
Yeah.
Raheem Sterling. No. Sorry. In fact, Raheem Sterling came in with. I can't remember now. Did he come with these owners? With these new owners?
No, he did. He came in with these new owners. Yeah,
Chelsea
because
I gave you chance to give me the players that you told me none of these players. Your facts are not wrong. I'm sorry, are not right. DJ Sam is giving the facts.
I'm bringing the facts in. I'm trying to say to you is right. Before Roman Abramovich came in, right? He wanted Eden Haller, right? The owners, right? Thomas Tuchel didn't wanted Raheem Sterling. He wanted Leroy Sané and some other left wing. I can't remember his name, but he went to Barcelona. I think it was that when Ferran Torres was at Man City. When it was at Man City at the time, he went to was it Barcelona or
he went to Barcelona?
Barcelona. Thomas Tuchel wanted him out with Raheem Sterling, right? The owners, looked up on this leaflet of Roman's transfer errors, where all that time we really Koulibaly, right? Suddenly the owners, went in for Cucurella, where Man City was buying Cucurella. Man City was going to off Raheem Sterling to Brighton for less of the wage cut of Cucurella. So Chelsea decided, saying, "No, we'll have Todd Boehly and then Barley decided, or we'll have Raheem Sterling off your back." Aubameyang was just a name named Bam to use Thomas Tuchel to bring Aubameyang at Chelsea Football Club part for Alonso still from Barcelona. He didn't want Raheem Sterling. He did not wanted Aubameyang. He did not wanted Koulibaly. So the situation where he went after the game when they got Aubameyang, Thomas Tuchel told the owners that since he's got a broken jaw, he doesn't want to play him. He wants to keep him out to rest his jaw game. But because the owners were pushing Thomas Tuchel, saying if you don't play Aubameyang, then you might be out the door. When we lost that 1-0 league against that Russian league, was it Russian league, DJ? They had to force get him a face mask for his jaw. So Thomas Tuchel has to play Aubameyang. He did not want these players in.
Thank you very much, Chelsea Dan. Chelsea Dan, I disagree a lot on what you just telling me. If you don't have any fact that backs what you're saying about Chelsea pushing Tuchel to play, what's his name, Aubameyang, I don't really agree with you on that. Max is also in the middle, but yeah, DJs have go ahead. I'll let
just
Mr.
a quick,
Max
sorry,
come
bro.
in.
Sorry, Max. Yeah, I just want to answer in Santiago in the comments quickly, right? Yeah. I've noticed he put his comments down about Salah, De Bruyne, and all that. Let me tell you this: I was one of those guys in the fan, and even Max will back me up on this as well. I never wanted De Bruyne, Salah, or Musiala sold by Chelsea at all. That, they went elsewhere because our club decided they were not. Jose decided at the time when he got rid of both of them that they were not good enough or they couldn't get into the Chelsea team, and we didn't see them go and ball elsewhere. I never wanted to see Musiala leave. I never wanted to see De Bruyne leave. And so I keep going on about these guys every time we talk about other players that, when fans go into other players' backs, I say, well, remember what happened to Salah and De Bruyne, how they went and balled out elsewhere. So everyone that knows me would know that I never wanted to see those guys go at all. So I just wanted to defend myself because he's about the old Chelsea fans. Okay. This is why these other fans, these other players haven't done well elsewhere. So big up to Santiago, as I said. Big up to you. Yeah?
And also Real Madrid.
Dan, if you do that again, I'll mute you. Dan, you don't want to. The stream should flow. You're always interrupting. But let me say, big up to Max himself, guys. We got 15 votes, but we only got 7 likes on the stream. I haven't said anyone to like for a long time, but guys, come on, man, we can do better. Let's drop a likes on the video if you're really interested in the topics and debate that we have on the show today. It's it will go a long way. That is how YouTube can also recommend our video or our streams to other people who don't know much about this platform but are one of our target audience. So please drop a like on the video. We got 15 votes up there, and we got 60% of the people said yes, he made a terrible decision, which is the question was, is Todd Boehly to be blamed for Chelsea's struggles? And 60% of you said yes, he has made a terrible decisions, and then 40% of you said no, it's not entirely his fault. So it's not. It's 60 and 40. That's the percentage we have on the show. We got 15 of us voting, but we only got 7 likes on the stream. Guys, if you haven't liked the video yet, please drop a like on the video for us. It will go a long way. Thank you very much. Santiago says LA Dodgers win division every year. That's like Real Madrid and Bayern Munich. And then also Metaface is dropping more comments here. Metaface said LA Dodgers get 1 pick if they finish rock bottom, they get relegated. Let me give Max some time also to contribute. Welcome back, Mr. Max.
Yeah, hi everyone. Well,
big up, Max. How are you, bro? You're keeping well?
I'm good.
Great catching. Great seeing you back here.
I'm cooking at the minute as well when I'm doing it. I'm knee.
Yes, sir, Max. I know. We don't. I know you're very, very busy, but once I see you here, it means that something has really touched your heart, and you want to elaborate on it.
Is that Max Burton? Is that Max Burton?
Yeah, that's Max. Yeah.
Oh yeah, big up Max. Big up Max, bro.
So I'm making my first attempt at jollof rice. So I'm hoping that it comes out really good. So.
Oh, excellent, mate. Excellent. I'm sure it will.
I'll send some over to you then.
Okay,
Nate,
okay,
so
I love it.
You can be the judge and see how my jollof rice comes.
Okay, I love that.
Oh, well done, Max. Well done. That's nice.
Well done. Great,
Yeah.
great to see Max. You know.
But anyway, yeah, I've been
All
listening to the conversation. I was frying some chicken at the time, so it was very loud. So that's why I couldn't contribute. So I thought I'll come on and have my 2 pence worth.
Definitely.
And I always try and be balanced in all my conversations that I have. I kind of rule with my head and not my heart. And there's a lot of emotions going on. And the fact is that because we are not doing as well as we should, then a lot of people are blaming the owners. But yeah, I'm on the fence on this one because I'm not saying that he's made mistakes, Boehly. I'm not denying that. But also, I'm thinking there are circumstances behind everything that has been done. So what us as a fan base have got to realise from the start was that if anyone we should be blaming for our demise, it's not Boehly, it's not Clear Lake, it's the government. First and foremost, those are the people, because they screwed us over with what happened with Roman Abramovich. Okay, we were in a situation where, and DJ, you'll know about this, where we couldn't even buy any merchandise at the club. We couldn't go to games. Financially, we were crippled. So we had to get back on that even keel. A lot of fans are looking at the Roman Abramovich days with nostalgia. Why? Because of what we won and the money pumped into the club. What we need to realise, and we need to be realistic about this, as soon as we realise it, the more we can lower our expectations. We are not in that position anymore where we've got a sugar daddy at our club. We need to be financially stable, okay? And they have thrown money at the club. But where they have gone wrong, for me, is they haven't bought the right profile of player. You know, the first season, I give them a bit of sympathy, and the reason is because Todd Boehly was thrown in at the deep end. He had good intentions because he wanted to get in Michael Edwards. And Michael Edwards was obviously, as we all know, he was the mastermind behind Liverpool's success. So had that come off, then we probably won't be having this conversation at the moment. But we couldn't get in our number one target. So because when the club was sold to Boehly, so he had to, everything was quick. So we had to hit the ground running. We had to go into the transfer market and try to make some sales. I love you, Dan, but you're mistaken on a couple of things. In that, with Tuchel was told, because Todd Boehly took on the role as director of football. I haven't got experience in football, so I'm gonna let you pick the players. We all know that Tuchel's talent is as good a coach he is. When it comes to talent ID, it's shocking. So he doesn't know. It's some of the, because look at the players he's requested at Bayern Munich. People like what's that Tottenham guy? Dyer.
Dyer.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dyer.
Matt.
He's Dyer.
Let me land.
Chest it down.
Let me land, and I'll let you talk afterwards.
Yeah, Max, go ahead. I've even blocked him right now, so go ahead.
No, that's to block him. I had a conversation.
No. I muted him. It's not blocked. I muted him. I just muted him.
Yeah.
My brother muted me.
We can have a discussion afterwards. Yeah. So basically, what I was saying is that because Aubameyang was his buy, because he used to play with her, and he said Aubameyang was his buy because he used to play. I mean, Aubameyang used to play for him, if you don't remember. Sterling was his buy. He said he wanted that profile, so he was his choice. As was, and he was the one who didn't want Jules Koundé because of his height, and he requested Fofana. So all those players were players which were backed by Tuchel. So to say Tuchel didn't have any say.
Thank you, Max.
Right.
Thank you.
He did have a say, and he was the one who the reason we didn't get Tchouaméni, because he wanted Saul. He turned down Tchouaméni because of his age, and he wanted
Thank
Saul.
you, Max. Thank you.
If you look at the profile of players that we bought at the time, they were more experienced players because we bought in Koulibaly. So we did buy in the experienced players, but again, they were the wrong type of experience that we needed, because Koulibaly was kind of coming. We bought him 5 years. I always say we bought him 5 years too late. You know, when we wanted him at his prime, we didn't get him. Sterling, I don't think is somebody who's going to have leadership qualities for us. And so the experience we did get in didn't do anything. The only one maybe was probably Cucurella, which he probably sanctioned, but maybe he didn't choose that one. And that one was, again, for me, that was the worst signing. Not because of, I'm not saying Cucurella's a bad player. The reason I say that he's the worst signing we've ever made is because that allowed us to get into a relationship with Brighton, which we have got that relationship with them, which I don't, you know, all the fans don't really appreciate at the moment. And so I think with the directors of football are the ones that we should be looking at as well, because it was their vision to get in players under the age of 25. So we're looking at someone that pinning the blame at is going to be Win Stanley and Stewart. Those are the ones, because he put in those people. Okay, the buck stops at Boehly and the consortium. Everyone says Boehly, but it's also the Clear Lake people. They were the ones who brought these guys in, and the policy. What I do agree with DJ and with Dan is that the profile of players that we bought is wrong, because if we want to be, we can still be successful and compete, but also have a vision for long-term success by easing these players in slowly. With youngsters, you're going to get inconsistency, and that's what we've got this season. We've got up. That's why sometimes we look brilliant that we can get 2 points of Manchester City. Arguably, we should have won both those games, I say, against Manchester City, and then we look so rubbish against like Nottingham Forest or something. That's because when you have a lot of youth players all playing at the same time, you're going to get that inconsistency. If you got somebody like, who's a youngster at, I'm trying to think of a team now. Yeah, so for instance, when Foden was coming through, if he had a couple of average performances, then no one will think anything of it, because Manchester City are such a good team that he can afford to have a bad game, but Manchester City can then, they've got good enough players to still win games, even if one of the players are off. And then what Pep can do, he can ease him in gently. He's not relying on them. We're relying on people like Palmer and people like that who's playing in their very first season. And the other thing where I have a bit of sympathy as well for the Clear Lakes and Boehly's is we have been unlucky. You know, nobody. I don't care who you are. If Tuchel had the injuries that we had to cope with, he wouldn't have won us the Champions League. Fact. That's a fact. If he didn't have his two wing backs, we wouldn't have had that Champions League. Even if we didn't have Reece James, arguably, we probably wouldn't have won that Champions League. Because you saw what happened with Tuchel once the two fullbacks got injured when we were top of the league in December, and then we just fell off because we had a few injuries which came in. And we've had lots of injuries. You know, maybe you can look at the Boehly and stuff and say they do everything too fast, too soon. Again, that's another criticism. Why did they get rid of the whole of the physios and the medical staff and everything else? Gradual change, I think, would have probably been better rather than a clean sweep, and we may have been in a better position. So I believe that they have made some mistakes, yes, but I still believe that it's not all doom and gloom. I think next season, if we get a bit of better luck and they get the right profile of players in, then we can start to move up the table. And if you remembered another thing, what they said, it was a four window transfer strategy, what they had. Yeah. So we're only in the second or the third of that window. So I think the next strategy, hopefully, what we want to see this season, next season, is to get in those pieces for the spine, because that's what we're missing. So we get in Osherman or whoever it is who can score the goals, getting a quality right winger, because because we got inconsistency at the minute. Cole Palmer, I think, should be moved into the middle, not played as a right winger. So someone like Elise, there's talk about Sterling going and Narco Williams coming in, which will be a good.
McGay probably also looking at McGay in the summer.
Yeah, and
Rafael Leao as well, Max. That's been mentioned again.
Yeah. So
these ain't gonna happen. These ain't gonna happen.
You don't know that. You can't say that until. So I'm going to see what they do in the
Yeah,
the
but
summer.
Max, what? Can I just
Thank-
quickly come in
Thank
quickly
you,
and ask you a question?
thank you very much, Max.
Yeah,
I've made my
please.
point.
Yeah, I'll let you. I'll let you ask. I'll let you ask a question, Chelsea Dan. You know, I'm the
All
one
right.
running the show here.
All right, yeah.
Let me control things, please. Let me control things. You got this, Chelsea Dan. I told you, this is your platform. You're gonna have all the chance to talk. You will get your chance to talk, Chelsea Dan. You know, Max have said. Max, thank you very much for coming in and looking at both argument, my side and DJ's side, and you brought all together to give us more understanding of what we should be looking at. And I know from what you've said, a lot of guys in the chat are also listening to you. Then Maya is just looking for someone to put the blame on. It says Winstonley and Lawrence, Lawrence Stewart. I'm sure that's the name. But what I'm also trying to say is you can also not blame those guys too much. And why am I saying this? Because look, they did something good, proud to moving to Chelsea. You get what I'm saying? So if I am an owner, I bought Chelsea Football Club and I said, okay, there are these two guys over there who have very good track record and what they've done in the past, and I brought them to the football club and it's not working. It doesn't mean that the blame has to be on me exactly. I think we're being too harsh, putting blame on Todd Boehly. But those two guys who haven't done a good job, and I do understand that, yeah, the blame should go on them. But I'm trying to say we don't have to blame these owners that much as we are blaming them, calling them so many names. And I've said it from the beginning that whenever your football club is put for sale, it means that the club is in a disarray. No one wants, there's something big going on at the football club. That's when someone will come in and rescue your football club. So we have to give thanks to these guys that came in to buy the football club and blame the British government from how they made the club went from that high to that low. You get what I'm saying? But guys, so please, thank you very much, everyone that is joining us here. Once upon a time, we got like 15 or 13 people watching live before 8 now. So guys, please, very important to drop a like and subscribe. If it's the first time joining us on this platform, please do me a favor, subscribe to the channel for us. Sneakers 009 said Chelsea Dan looks like Chewbacca.
And it looks like a Snickers. I know who that is.
Yeah, big up to you. Maya said that I blame Wesley. Yeah, I blame Wesley Winstanley. Maya said and Todd for being too navy to make better decisions for the football club. And also Maya said that we got an elite manager at the football club. A lot of great young talent want to come here. That's a great sign for our ownership. Thank you very much. I mean, that means a lot too. Maya said, "I thought I'll thank you. I'll thank you when you give me a trophy. The trophies will come, but then just Dan, get your question ready. Let me Max, please. I'm not sure if you've listened to the interview from Feliciano, one of these top owners for Chelsea Football Club. I'm not sure if you've listened to his.
Yes, I heard it. I did hear it.
You've and what do you take from that interview? If you want, I can replay it again.
I've heard it.
Okay.
They are in it for the long run. I take it they're in it for the long run. Success. They do want success. I'm not sure where people are coming with they don't want success. But
Chelsea Dan said they don't want success.
It may not come straight away, but they do want success. Listen, what they do, you've got to realise what these guys are. They are a private investment fund or whatever they call them, an equity fund, private equity fund. And even if they do want to sell us on in 10 years' time, they want to make a profit. The only way you're going to make a profit is if you're successful on the field. That's the only way they're going to make a profit. So with any area, remember they can't take any money out of the club. There's that clause that they've got, the Glazer clause that they called it, where they cannot take any money out of the club or profit from the club.
Yeah, for 10 years, Max. For 10 years, yeah.
So for people who are saying that just use it as a money machine, that's rubbish, because that's what Roman Abramovich wanted to avoid. So he put that clause in there. So they will be silly to do that if they're thinking of just flipping.
Chelsea Dan, I hope you can hear this. Chelsea Dan, can you hear this? Chelsea Dan, can you hear this?
I've heard what Matt's saying. You're saying
thank
about
you very
the
much. Yeah, thank you. We'll come back to you. We'll come back to you. You saying they've taken so much money out of the football club, but 10 years they can't dip their hands into the money that's being invested into the football club. They can't take anything out. 10 years. All right. Max, please go on, please.
Yeah, what was it? Dan had a question for me. I don't know what it was.
Yeah, Dan, go ahead with your question, Mr. Dan.
The thing is, yeah, they're saying about you can't touch the money, yeah, I know that, yeah, but they have already took some of it out, because my auntie's from Foundation Chelsea Football Club, and she's pretty said about, the thing what he's on about is the money what Romans left, yeah, for the building stocks of the Stamford Bridge. They're not allowed to touch that, they have to spend that on the Stamford Bridge. But I'm going to say there's a question. Can you remember when Thomas Tuchel, when he got sacked, he was in this hospital and they had the questions about him at Chelsea Football Club, about the structure and about the transfer markets and all that lot. And he said when he was at the meeting with Todd Boehly, he told the Boehly about the players he didn't want to get involved, and that these people saying Sterling and all this lot was his players. It wasn't.
Ultimately,
Because on the voice recording when he was in the hospital, when he had the press, yeah, he came out that he didn't get no charge of the matter of any signings when Todd Boehly was there. And there was one thing that Thomas Tuchel said in that recording, Max. Can you remember that?
Is that who said?
What Thomas Tuchel said in that recording about the owners.
He said that they didn't see eye to eye on stuff. That's what he said.
So they didn't see eye to eye. So they didn't see eye to eye. How's it did Thomas Tuchel was signing with him Sterling and Aubameyang if he didn't see eye to eye with them?
No,
so it doesn't make sense.
They wanted to go down the route of having younger players, and Thomas Tuchel doesn't like younger players as such, because he prefers more experienced players, and that's the route they wanted to go down. That was a long-term vision. Remember, it's not the short-term vision they're talking about; it's a long-term vision.
Yeah,
and the reason, the reason why that's why he came out of that comment. You even said he came out of the comment about he doesn't want to get involved in the player getting involved in choosing players. He just wants to coach players. That's because he was involved. That's why he made that statement, because they were asking for his input into who they should be buying, and he did have an input. As I said, it's a fact that he had an input.
Yeah, but he didn't have an input of the transfer market of the players.
He did.
No, he didn't. He came out and said he weren't in charge.
No,
he weren't involved.
Can you show me where he said he wasn't involved?
No, Thomas Tuchel he did not get involved in it.
Give me the hard facts. I need the hard facts, because you may be educating me, because what I know, or what I know to believe, is that he didn't. So if you show me something where it says he didn't,
I will send you something on your Twitter account.
Oh, it's not true.
Max, you're not gonna get not on my Twitter.
Yeah, Max.
No, I'm going. I'm going to search it and I will send it to Max. I'll send it to Max.
Here's your homework for tomorrow. Show it to everyone who's on this. On this
you can blame the government. You can blame the government for Todd Boehly. But half of it, Todd Boehly and Boehly. These clowns, yeah, it's their fault.
Yeah, and now look, you haven't. You know what? Chelsea Dan has an agenda. Chelsea Dan don't have any evidence to back his argument that he comes on this platform to say. He doesn't have any evidence. All he does is hate, American hate. That is all you have in your mind. Come on, man, throw that crap away.
No,
it's not helping you.
I don't hate Americans. There was one American that would buy Chelsea Football Club after Todd Boehly, yeah, and DJ will tell you, I would have rather had them bought Chelsea Football Club than Todd Boehly and Nick Barley.
Who's that one?
You get what I'm saying? Santiago's 5 years from now.
That woman who she was American, half Australian. She was American. Her husband was
no, she wasn't American. She was from Singapore or somewhere.
Yeah, but her husband was American. Yeah, but her husband was American and he was Chelsea.
Maya.
But she did have the money.
Maya, can you hear you? Look at your man. The man you've been listening to, Chelsea Dan, he's got no facts and figures. Everything is coming from Wikipedia. He makes his own news. Bring it to this platform.
No, you're waffling now.
No, you're not.
You're waffling.
So you've been caught. You've been caught.
I'm a big
Max,
tour. I told you I don't go on
Max, Max,
Max,
you know
I
what?
don't go on
Chelsea,
Wikipedia
Chelsea
settings
Dan
because
told, hold on, Chelsea Dan. Max, you know what Chelsea Dan told me? Max, if you can hear me, Chelsea
Yeah.
Dan told me.
I'll go
I
Google
was
it.
hold on, Chelsea Dan. I was right here in my studio and I was listening to Talk Sports, and I had Chelsea Dan on Talk Sports. He was talking to Jimmy O'Hara and JC Kande, and then I think they took him off or something like that. And after that, I called my man. I said, "Hey man, I had you on Talk Sports today." He told me that he got a message from Frank Lampard, John Terry and Reece James, that they were happy and they congratulate him for what he said. The question they asked JC Kande, he said it on the platform. I was like, "Can you show me the evidence of that message from JT and Reece James?" Not knowing some fake account is not even verified. Those are the people that send him a message, and up to now he hasn't even given evidence of anyone that's sending him a message.
Because it was fake. Because I told you they're fake. They're not real John Terry and Reece James. It's people added their Twitter space.
You should know that in the first before even coming on air and saying that these people message
Twitter
you.
spaces don't have to be verified. They don't have to come up first.
If I see a fake account on Twitter, I'll know. If I see a legit account
when I'm on your
Twitter,
Twitter account, it don't come up verified. It just comes up Blue Cloud Media.
Oh, there's nothing like that on YouTube. On Twitter, there's nothing like that. My account is not even verified. There's no blue tick. There's no blue tick on my name. There's no blue tick.
If you go on Real John Terry's website, it's verified. Yeah, they got over 6 points. It's got.
And if it's John Terry, you can tell. You can tell by the number of followers. If it's Reece James, you can tell by the number of followers. That alone should be able to tell you that this is a legit account and this is not a legit account. All right. Let's go to a man like Diggers Up. See, Max have said a whole lot. What's your take on what Max just said?
Yeah, I think Max knows me very well in terms of me being how long I've been a fan of the football club, and how I've seen our club go. Because obviously Max has been longer than me, and he obviously knows when I started supporting the football club and stuff. For me, I've said it all along. I'll only start trusting in these owners, Max, once I see results, mate. And at this moment in time. They're not giving me the confidence at this moment in time to say that they're doing it. I know it's going to take some time.
That is fair enough. Yeah.
That's the only reason why. Yeah, and that's the only reason why. And people keep saying, "Oh, why'd you go on about Roman?" It's not I don't go on about Roman. I go on about Ken Bates and I go on about Matthew Harding. Yeah, all the time, because these are the guys that were there during those times. And obviously, when Roman bought us, it was obviously we went to another level. But at least with the money, at least before that, at least people can't turn around and say we never won trophies before Roman came, because everyone knows we did win trophies before Roman came. But but we just got better under Roman Abramovich. All my thing is about these owners at this moment in time is I just don't have the confidence in at this moment in time, because I've seen the way our club was gone last season when we dropped down to 11th, and when I saw us bringing in Graham Potter, out of all the managers they could have gone for. All right, they could have had other managers. They were going to get rid of Thomas Tuchel. Surely there was other managers out there. Now, understanding is now they're now looking at the next young talented manager after Poch, which is either Amorim, or I've also heard today they're also now looking at this Italian manager from is it Simeone Inzaghi?
No,
the other one they've been looking at as well. Is it Simeone Inzaghi?
The other guy they're looking at? Inter Milan.
These are the two guys now that they're looking at. To come in and hopefully change our fortunes next season. But I keep saying it doesn't matter what manager you get to this football club. You can bring a Pep Guardiola, you can bring a Jurgen Klopp, you can bring all these top managers to the football club, but unless they change their way of doing their business, of changing their way of bringing experienced players in to help out, and I keep saying this and I keep reiterating this all the time, to help out the likes of Enzo Fernandez, because I do rate Enzo highly, I rate Caicedo highly. Right? Okay, they just need experience around them to get them where they got. And all this talk about getting rid of Conor Gallagher, I think is nonsense as well for me personally. I think he's been our best midfielder all season, and people are talking about getting rid of him. What's getting me at the moment, Max, is if they do end up selling our football, if they do end up bringing us to where we need to be, they're going to go and sell all our graduates, our youth graduate players. You know, you're talking about Chalobah, you're talking about Conor Gallagher, you're talking about. I've even heard mentioned a couple of weeks back, Reece James being thrown into the conversation of being sold.
Yeah.
I mean that for me.
Reece
I mean
James.
that for me is wrong in itself that we're doing that. When you've got other football players in that football club you can get rid of, like a Lukaku, like a Kepa, like Malan Sarr. Hakim Ziyech. I mean, Hakim Ziyech, who's still on loan, by the way, who's got to come
DJ,
back to
you're not
Chelsea.
gonna get nothing back from Lukaku. You're not gonna get like 13 million. It's what you can get.
And what I'd say to that is, don't listen to all the noise.
Yeah,
because there is always this. Whenever Chelsea are not doing well, there's always negative press surrounding the club, and this player's going, that player's going, this player's going. I don't get emotional over those anymore, unless someone actually walks out the door and I see him leave. Then I will have my say.
Yeah.
I don't listen to any media hype anymore because
Matt,
we're linked with 100 players. Go on.
When do you think we're going to win the Premier League and get in the Champions League then?
It's a project. It'll take time.
There's no project there, but I just want to know where you think.
I think we can get in the. Again, as I said, it all depends on if they buy the right profile of player next season. If we are luckier with injuries, because when you think we've had 8 players, 9 players out all season,
about 10 players max.
And if we get our fully fit side, like a fully fit Reece James, a fully fit Fofana, a fully fit Lavia, and we get somebody who can put the ball in the back. And let's be honest, I'd rather go at Poch and everything else, and I do still think that he can do better in some aspects. But if we do look at it, if we take emotions to one side and do look at the games, even if you look at the game against, let's take our last 2 games for instance, against Liverpool, we should have won that game before it even got into extra time.
Agreed.
We were missing some chances. We missed a couple of big chances. I think Finn rounded the goalkeeper and fluffed his lines. Nicholas Jackson. We had Cole Palmer missing a chance. Even if you go back to the game against Arsenal, when the ball was kicked out to Cole Palmer by the keeper and he hit it straight back at him, we go 3-0 up. We win that game. So it's stuff like that. We're looking at margins within games where with a proper striker, and that's another thing you've got to blame the owners on, Ed, is that when we were going for buying these 15, 20 players, we didn't go for a striker. Yeah, and we had a striker.
But we can't make excuses about the injuries though, Max. Look at Tottenham.
Yeah.
Look at Man United.
Yeah.
Look at Man United. We can't.
These
excuses. We can't make excuses about these injuries.
It's not. Listen, it's fact. Let's look at Tottenham. Tottenham's worst spell came when they had about 3 or 4 players, not even as many as us out. Yeah. And that's where their worst spell was. Remember, they got beat 4-1 by Brighton. They went through that Christmas period. They didn't have a good. How have they started coming back? When people like Maddison have come back, Son have come back. Now Tottenham have started to win games again. It's a fact. You can't use Man U. Man U are just as bad as us, but they're just scoring a few more goals. I mean, their goal difference is terrible, but Man U are as bad as us. We win our game in hand. We're only 4 points behind Man U, so you can't use Man U as well. Newcastle
is where you can compare a little bit.
And then they had a load of injuries this season, and look at them now. We win our game in hand. We go above Newcastle. And this is the same time we finished 4th last season. And what we've got in common? The number of injuries. The only one who seems to be coping at the moment is Liverpool. They're the only ones who are doing okay with their injuries. And that's because the way Klopp's been there for so long, even the kids who come in, they train with the team, they know the philosophy, so they can bed into the team straight away. And another thing, sorry guys, I've got to go in a minute because this is my last point. Another thing, not only is it a young squad, it's a new squad because we have 11 brand new players, and people don't realise that in football is that any team, if you had 11 we had about 8 new players. I don't care what level you are, from grassroots football up to the Premier League, you're asking these 8 players to bond, to get in straight away, and to hit the ground running, win games. It's a tall order. Most of these teams have already had an established team. They're bringing 2 or 3 players into the team. We're bringing a whole. Again, as I said, you can look at the the owners and saying too fast, too soon. Should they have done it as a
Sold
slow
experience?
Exactly. So they should have done it slower, and slowly integrate. You just don't do everything in one full sweep. So again, I'm looking at the ownership for that. But so there is that aspect to it as well. But there's sort of context behind everything. I wish I could stop and talk for more, guys.
It's great catching up with you, bro. It's always good chatting with you.
Big up,
always, brother. Big up, big up
Thank you.
to you. Regards to your family as well, brother.
Yeah. I'll be expecting my food, Max. Thank you very much.
I'll take a picture of it. So you can see.
Yeah.
It's looking good, though.
All right. Enjoy the rest of the evening, Max.
Thanks for having me on.
Yeah.
Cheers, guys.
Take care, Max. Take care.
Pleasure.
Dan, take care. All the best.
All the best.
I mean, it's very, very entertaining. It's very intriguing, and to the knowledge from Max has really set a little bit as to understand. DJ, I know when things are not going right, there's so many negativity surrounding the football club. Even when we look, I've said it from the beginning. The number of injuries that we have, we're not going to see that consistency. And I've said at the beginning, you have your vice captain, your main captain, all of them out for majority of the first leg or the beginning of the season. Now you have your top players are gone. You have this what's his name, Fofana. He's been gone for the whole season. Lavia also gone the whole season.
Can I just answer back on that one, Lee? Sorry, I don't want to interrupt you, bro. I'm not one of those who answer. I never interrupt in that kind of way.
You're not done. I know you're not done.
What I will say is though, and I just want to also reiterate another comment that Santiago made. And again, I'm not coming at Santiago, by the way, because he makes some very good views and opinions in the chat. And I keep saying again, big up to him. When he talks about Reece James, that he wanted to get rid of him a year ago, I can understand the frustration from Chelsea fans over his injuries. But can I also remind you, okay, it might be a different ball game, but his sister had a similar injury to what he had. She's now had that operation, and we all know how she's cooking it now, again, for the ladies' team. And all I'm basically so people can say, oh, DJ, it's a different game, it's ladies, this is the men's. No, injuries are still injuries. Players are, these guys, at the end of the day, you still got ladies football players and you've got men football players, right? They still play, they can still all suffer the same injuries. So if Reece James has had that bad injury and he's now had that operation, I expect he's probably going to come back a stronger player in that kind of way. That's probably why I'm so glad we never sold him. And also remind me, he's still our captain, and I hope he stays at Chelsea for many years to come.
But he's not a captaincy knowledge. There's no
Sorry?
point in him being. There's no point.
No. But down the line, bro. I'm talking about down the line, bro. But at this moment in time, I wouldn't want to sell him though. What I'm trying to say is, my point is,
not sell him.
With this one, the only thing I disagree with the whole stream today is the selling of Reece James. Santiago, I disagree with you. I know Reece James have had his injuries, but we know how quality this player is. Neymar 10, big up to you, Neymar 10.
One of the best.
Big up Neymar 10. Let me read some few comments here.
Apart from the injuries,
yeah.
We all know he's one of the best right backs, and also he's not a captaincy material.
Yeah, I don't know why on Twitter.
On
Twitter, someone said someone said this. It says even fit Reece James, Malo Gusto cannot even lace his shoe. But I mean, Gusto has been a revolution for these players. We're not getting the credit. He's not Boehly.
He's been
Boehly's not getting.
Excellent.
No, I'm not getting Gusto. Boehly and Co are not getting the credit for how good Gusto has been, how good Palmer has been. They're not getting the credit. It's just the results, and we all know how the results comes in. It's the inconsistency of young players. You get what I'm saying? So thank you very much. Santiago is on again. Santiago said 5 years from now, a lot of clubs will try to copy the Chelsea's blueprint. And I know they will. TT doesn't want to hear project. He wants to coach elite team. But yes, it's not all the time that you can get the development players. You got to blend in with young and new, young and experienced in that manner. City and Liverpool have dominated every team. They played against for is this F9R? What's that? Well, except Chelsea. Okay, Chelsea done. Stop waffling. You hear that, Maya? Maya, do you hear that?
I'm not waffling.
Maya said,
it's like what you're trying to say. Reece James is criteria to be a captain for our club. If you think so,
Santiago,
you're delusional.
Santiago said Chelsea Dan is an emotional guy. He is an old school Chelsea fan. I know sometimes you have to put emotions aside and look at the bigger picture. Exactly,
you say it's not
DJ
good enough?
cooking steak is always. Santiago said, "I want to sell Rhys James. He should have been sold a year ago with all this injury. I know you get frustrated with so many injuries. Fact, Santiago, no lie. If injuries continue, why not sell him? For 1 point, Santiago and Maya are agreeing on one thing. Absolutely, Maya said Gusto can do the job, and that's understandable. It says is it understatement? Understatement. And okay, right back plus left back to cover Chile and Gusto. Maya said that Chile also too. We have to let him go. Ben
No,
Chilwell
he's
also.
waffling.
We
He's
need
waffling.
experience. We need
No, he's
experience.
waffling.
Big up Max, absolutely. Neymar 10, big up to Neymar 10. Neymar said I same, absolutely. Neymar 10, if you haven't liked the video, you haven't subscribed yet, guys, do me a favor. Subscribe to the channel so you can always get a chance to tune in each and every time when we go live. Santiago said besides injuries, this is Chelsea first season with Poch. We can't compare them to Pep Guardiola or Klopp, or maybe Klopp run team. They've been running the same system for 10 years now. I mean, he's been sarcastic, not 10 years. They've been running the same system for quite some time now. So players that comes in understand the style of play. So we have to trust. I'm not saying trust in Mauricio Pochettino, but I think that Poch, look, so many times that Max, DJ Saab, and then Chelsea Dan. We don't have to blame Mauricio Pochettino so much because the man doesn't play the game. He gives direction. Look at the chances that what's his name? Our striker Jackson has been missing. How do we blame Mauricio Pochettino?
I don't, bro. That's why I said to you when I came on the show. It doesn't matter what manager comes to. I said this already. I'm not blaming Poch for that. Okay, and I think I think what people got to also take into consideration as well is the reason why Poch gets the stick that he gets is because he's a Spurs manager. He's got the Spurs mentality. That is the only reason why Chelsea fans come at him. And if Chelsea, and let's be real here, the last time I checked, Chelsea and Tottenham couldn't stand each other. So all of a sudden now, everyone's willing to accept Pochettino as their manager. Yep. Listen, I've got nothing against the guy. I've got nothing against him at all. Okay, I'll be honest with you. I'll be honest.
Sorry, bye. When do we ever have a Tottenham manager come to Chelsea Football Club?
Yeah, exactly. And I'll be honest with you guys. Okay, he wasn't my first choice. I said this already. Everyone knows who my first choice was. I've said it twice now. I wanted Luis, whether people like him or not. I wanted Luis Enrique as our manager. I said that already. That was my first choice. Dan knew that from the very beginning. When this whole thing started, I wanted Luis Enrique as our manager. When he was available, and we actually interviewed him for the job, he went with his full voice dossier to the football club, showed him exactly what he wanted, and he was even willing to manage Chelsea, not even playing in Europe. He even said he'll take the job on, and they still said no to him. And that's one of the reasons why Christopher Val left me, because he didn't want Poch. He said to the club not to bring Poch in. He was the one who actually recommended Luis Enrique, and he also recommended Nagelsmann. But the guy said no, he's not the one we want. We're going to go and get Poch. And you look at what Poch has won compared to those two guys. I think there's no comparisons.
They're both
the only thing I disagree is right now, are we looking at a manager who is good, who can do a job, or are we looking at the rivalry between Chelsea and Tottenham Hotspur? It's another question that you guys can come in and
no, bro. No, bro. Listen, I'm not saying this at all. I've only mentioned the Tottenham thing here because every single. You go on all the site, right? When he first came to Chelsea, right? Yeah, every Chelsea fan, majority on this, even some in the comments, probably won't admit it now. But how many of them said we don't want this guy at our football club? He's too Spursy, right? That was the thing that was going around Twitter. He's too Spursy. Why are we bringing a Spursy gaffer to our football club, right?
Yeah.
So that's my point on that one, Lee. That's all I'm going to say on that one.
Thank you very much. Maya said we keep firing managers left, right, and center. Maya, this beginning you did not agree with me, but now it looks like you're agreeing with what I'm saying. It says we keep winning trophies at different times, no solid foundation. The solid foundation wasn't there because we could not keep one manager, and that is what I'm trying to avoid. I'm trying to avoid at the football club. We need that consistency. Let's build. Let's give that manager. Pochettino is a good manager, but he needs time. He cannot get Chelsea to be the Chelsea that we used to know in 2020 and 2005 Chelsea, 2002 Chelsea. It's not there anymore. But if that manager that we have in 2005, if you have kept that manager for a long time, Ancelotti, if you have had Ancelotti for 5 years, we would have had 5 or 4 Champions League by now, Champions League trophies by now. Or maybe Goose Indies for 2-3 years. We would have had Champions League trophies, mini Champions League trophies by now. Or maybe Avant Grant took us to the finals. I think 2008 or 2008, and he got fired after that. Why? That is why we don't have a solid.
It was an interim manager. That's why,
But they could have given him the job. He did good.
It was an interim.
And just one more thing, as I said to you when I came on here, I don't blame. I said it, and I think I've said this about 5 times in this show so far since I've been here. I'm not. It doesn't matter what manager you bring in, whether it's Poch, whoever it might be, whoever is at the football club. Like as much as Max is 100% right spot on what he's. He also goes along what I also said. As long as if we're going to just carry on going down this project of not bringing in experienced players to help out the younger players. And when I say experienced players, before people come at me in the chat, I'm talking about 25-year-olds, 26-year-olds to come in and help these younger players out. We're going to suffer the same fate. And yes, it's you can throw the argument, young growing team, it's got to grow. I agree with all that, I do. Yeah. But I also know they need direction, bro, and you need that experience in the team.
I agree. I agree with you 100%. My Santiago said, he said, I'm not the biggest fan of Poch, but I believe in giving any manager at least 3 years at a football club. Maya said, I never wanted Poch. I wanted Luis Enrique, but the project, we rejected. He rejected us. Maya, I think that Santiago said, Maya, I think that they are targeting the manager from Portuguese league. Yes, I think it's what's his name again? Amaron. Is it Ruben Amaron?
Yeah, Ruben Amaron.
He wants he says that he won't cook the way he couldn't Sporting. That's the main problem. Yes, the Premier League is a different ball game. Cooking at Sporting, and Maya said, "Okay, this individual questions. I wouldn't mind Zabi. You know what? All these managers we're talking about, we mentioned, they are just one season wonder. One season wonder managers. Zabi, one season wonder manager. Ruben Amaro, another one season wonder manager. He hasn't won anything yet, but if he's able to win the Portuguese league and win the Europa League, I'll take him at Chelsea.
He's won the Portuguese league, bro.
Yeah.
He's won the Portuguese league. He's won the Portuguese league and he's won 2 Portuguese cups.
Oh, okay. Then the only thing he left is just the European competition, and that's all.
European competition. Yeah.
European competition. That's all. He'll be good. But Xabi Alonso, no, not to me.
We're only getting that manager in. We're only getting that manager in because Todd Boehly and everybody is thinking of buying Sporting Lisbon. That's why we're getting him in.
I don't know if that's going to happen, Dan. I don't think that's going to happen, bro.
Dan,
there's been sources about it. There's been sources about it, and they're apparently agreeing on the terms.
But Dan, if that happened, Dan, I hope you should understand that this is the modern trend of owners, multicultural. What do you call it? Is it multi what?
DJ. Whatever
multi-club. It's called the multi-club culture.
What I'm going to say is, no one's not going to change my way because these owners are the worstest owners that have ruined our Chelsea Football Club. They're going to do it for 5 another 6 years. We're going to be successful in any Champions Leagues. And to fair to Santiago, you say I'm an old Chelsea fan. I might be an old Chelsea fan, mate, but I've been there, seen them all on a T-shirt. I've seen the club where it was like, say, from a bridge. I've seen Ken Bates and Matthew Harding.
That is why he's trying to tell you, do not think too much about the past. This is a different era.
No, but
a different era.
I know it's a different area. All right, you can't tell me this is a different area. But
Error.
But half of these players are not good enough, right? I see where DJ's coming with Enzo and Caicedo, but Enzo, there might be better quality. We might see him in a better players with the experienced players because he needs the experienced players, and that's what I've said all along.
This same Enzo Fernandez we're talking about was one of our best players last season under
He
Frank
was our
Lampard.
best player last season. No.
So what has changed? He's playing with a different group of players.
People saying he was better with Graham Potter when he was under Graham Potter. Enzo was rock hard. They're waffling because what did he do? Like what? 2 assists. That's about it. Did hardly nothing last season.
You see, this is where I come into the fact that this is why I've said it all along, bro.
He wasn't the best last season.
And I can no, I'm not.
All the players. I'm not just blaming Enzo last season.
No, bro.
DJ.
No, bro. No. I'm not saying Enzo. No, listen.
Season.
No. I'm not saying that, bro. Again, I'm not going back onto. I've said this already, and I'll say it again. Yeah, it's not about. Yeah, I admit. He's. To a lot of the fans, he's not great, and maybe to some fans, he's not a good football player. But as I keep saying, yeah. And I'll carry on using the same old word of experience. He needs players around him, bro. And what people regardless of what people may think and whatever want to say, and however he did it, regardless of whatever fans want to think, he's still a World Cup winner. And that's the bottom line. And there's nothing no one can say or do about that. He is a World Cup winner. And you can turn around and say to all the other...
Yeah, he's a World Cup
winner. You can turn
around...
Yeah. But I know it's not, bro. But what I'm saying to you, bro, he could. What I'm saying to you, I'm not saying. Listen again, bro. You're mixing up my words again, bro. I'm not saying that at all. And what my point is, I'm trying to make across to you is when he looks at all those other Chelsea players in the dressing room, apart from Thiago Silva, apart from Reece James, apart from Ben Chilwell and Raheem Sterling. He can turn around and say to all the other players, here's my World Cup medal. What have you guys got? Yeah, that's all I'm trying to make across to you, bro. I'm not trying to say anything like what do you call it? But he's still a World Cup winner. Regardless of what people want to think about him, he's still a World Cup winner. Absolutely. I remember back in the day.
I agree with what you're saying.
I remember back in the day, bro. I remember back in the day.
World Cups. People don't care about World Cups.
But people then, but people. That's why. This is where I turn around and say I disagree with you because every time when people talk about saying, when players go to Chelsea, what players they got around? At least players can turn around and say, yeah, they got the Champions League medals. They do count for something. It's like Jose when he won everything. The first thing he did when he was manager at Chelsea, he went into the Chelsea dressing room and said, "Here's all my medals. What have you guys won?" It does help a lot in terms of team in terms of getting a team where
the manager has nothing to show. The manager has nothing to show.
And Poch doesn't. Oh, I'm going back to Poch. This is about players.
The thing with Pochettino.
Oh, goodness. Let's wrap up. Let's wrap up, guys.
The thing with Pochettino, right?
Yeah.
He's in a right mess, right? I like I said, I've said all along. He's in a mess of the criteria. There's half of the players not good enough. People blame Potts out, because Jackson one round the goalkeeper could score. Like, he ain't the one controlling the players on the pitch. Like Jackson's not good enough. Modric's not good enough. Nuni Madueke's not good enough. Enzo Caicedo needs more experience around him, and they might be a bit better. You got Carwell not good enough. You got likes of Cucurella not good enough. Roberto Sanchez not good enough.
I think Modric and Madueke are good players, bro. I'm not going to lie to you.
No,
I think they are.
Nuni Madueke he's decent. He's been decent, but he's not good. He's not good enough.
Or, again, the example would be to you,
Modric, bro. It's a UK Bolt, just runs around the pitch, can't do
come on, bro. That's being a bit... Now you're getting to what other Chelsea fans are saying out there. But I've heard that comment coming their way, bro. Sorry, Nick. On this one, I have to say, what does that manager do, bro? I'll give an example, right?
No, bro.
I'm not talking about that, bro. Listen to my point of view here. He had a good game against Leeds. And what does our manager go and do against Brentford on Saturday, bro?
Put him on the bench.
Leaves him on the bench. And what do I tell you? Players need a run of games, bro. Why can't fans see that? Players need a run of games, bro. You can't just judge a player without giving him a run of games.
DJ, he had a good game against Aston Villa, and after when we played Middlesbrough,
he was dropped.
He weren't dropped. He was playing, and he got bullied by.
No, bro, he didn't start him. No. He didn't start.
16-year-old kid, Middlesbrough.
Go back on that game. Go back on that game. He did not start.
The first game at Middlesbrough, he was dropped. The second game at Stamford Bridge, yeah.
Sorry,
Right.
Dan, and just DJ Sam, sorry, I meant to mute Chelsea Dan because you're giving
Sorry,
us
bro.
wrong facts. Yeah, you're giving us wrong fact.
No,
I don't know
you
what.
wrong.
Yeah,
The first game
Chelsea,
again, right,
DJ Sam,
Middlesbrough, he was dropped
Chelsea
at
Dan has not
Middlesbrough.
been watching games. He's not
What?
been watching games. Yeah, he's not been watching games. He doesn't go to the stadium. He complains and waffles. He's the most waffler, Chelsea waffler I've ever seen on this
he was
planet.
dropped
He
at
doesn't go to
Middlesbrough's
game. He
game.
doesn't watch the game.
Away to
But he
Middlesbrough,
complains
he was
too
dropped.
much.
No, look, listen. I'm not waffling. I
You're
think he
waffling.
was dropped away at Middlesbrough, and that's what DJ said.
DJ
When
Sam
and
said
after when
he was in the midfield.
No, he got dropped away from Middlesbrough's game, away game. Soon he came on, he got bullied by a 16-year-old kid. And in the second game, he got picked for the first game at Stamford Bridge, and he got turned over. He was crap at the two games.
No. I don't know what you've been watching.
You know,
But anyway,
bro,
Maya,
I keep saying
Maya,
this. Sorry, go on, Nee. Sorry,
give me 1 minute.
I'm watching
DJ
them.
Sam. Maya said that people forget that Enzo is a deep playing player, and then y'all all watch him play 6 with Argentina with Potter in his first season. Absolutely. Inzaghi and his Inter Milan made it to UCL finals last season and has dominated the Serie A. That will be my guy, a go-to guy to go with. Maya said I can't World Cup. Where did James Rodriguez shine? Absolutely in the World Cup before he made his move to Real Madrid. Noni Madueke is decent and one-on-one. He is one-on-one. He is not good enough. Absolutely, I've said it many times on this platform that I always leave him out when they're playing a low block team. Modric balled better than Noni this season, but you know our baby coach bench him all the time. Why don't Modric start against Brentford? That's for Myers again. Maya said Chelsea done. Nah, bruv. This one with Modric, you are waffling. Absolutely.
Been better than Modric.
Santiago said the Brazilian kid. The Brazilian kid that we loaned to Strasbourg has been doing great all season. I would give him a chance next season. Yes, Andrew Santos, right? Absolutely. Those are the couple of players that really took Chelsea preseason to its storm. They were good, the Brazilian kid you're talking about, Santos, Diego Moreiro,
Andre. The ringer.
Andre. No, Santos is
Angelo Gabriel. That's it. Gabriel.
Yeah, Santos is also a Brazilian. They play for the under 21 team. Yeah. So those and also in Matson, these are the crop of players. In Kuku, Jackson, those were the crop of players that were cooking our preseason. And what happened when the season started for Chelsea? We didn't see any of them. All of them were being loaned out.
But you know what, bro? Again, I'm going to go back to the same thing. Like I said, like I've been trying to say to Dan, and I've been saying it all along. You know, when a player has a good game, okay, this is why I find mismanagement doesn't come into play here by Poch, and why I get annoyed with the guy. Yeah, because he gets a lot of the slack from the fans because he asks for it. Okay, when a player has had a good game, what you don't do is you drop him for the next game. You say, okay, you've had a good game against Leeds, Modric. Okay, what I'll do now is take that confidence into the game against Brentford. Now, I'm not saying the result would have been any different, but I reckon he probably would have had the confidence. He could have the manager finally believes in me. He's given me the opportunity. But all we're basically doing at the moment as fans is what you always like to do, like we did with Salah, like we did with De Bruyne, like we did with Musiala, even though he did leave himself, is we want to get these players out of the football club because there's just no how would I say from the fan base, there's just no patience with these players. Mm-hmm. And this is why I keep saying it, okay? Fans also have to take into consideration, look at themselves sometimes and say, you know what? Okay, reason I blame the owners for what's going on, and I continue to do that, right? But these guys that they have bought, some of them are actually good players, okay? But as I keep saying, they need experience to go with them. And this is what people are not understanding. This is why you're not seeing the best out of these guys. And you probably won't see the best out of Enzo, possibly Caicedo and Modric, probably for the next year or so. And fans can wait, which I don't think they're going to do because we're already seeing some of them already complain now about these players. with a good manager, I think, and with the right guidance and the experience around them, I don't see why these players cannot be excellent players for years to come at Chelsea. I really can't. And all I'm asking, all I say to some fans is be patient, man. Don't keep knocking the players and knocking them.
Okay, DJ, quick question for you. How's it that Declan Rice played for West Ham, went to Arsenal, and he's playing good for Arsenal? And how come is it that McAllister went to Brighton, and now he's at Liverpool, and he's been the player of the year?
Are you confusing yourself, the Chelsea Dan? McAllister is a World Cup winner. McAllister, so he's already a winner.
So is Enzo Fernandez, but how come he's doing?
It's an easy question, bro. It's an easy question, bro. It's an easy one to answer. Not only is he a World Cup winner, but bro, look who's managing them. Look who's managing them players.
Chelsea Dan, come on.
Yeah, well, managing players, yeah.
Look who's managing them. Who's managing McAllister? Who's managing McAllister at Liverpool?
Klopp,
yeah.
Klopp, exactly. Yeah. And you're trying to tell me now Poch is a better manager than Klopp?
Well, Poch could do. Apparently, people say Poch is a good manager to.
No way, he can't lace Klopp's boots.
He made Harry Kane,
and this is me coming. And I'm saying this. I'm saying this as a Chelsea fan to a Liverpool. I can't stand Liverpool, right? But I do like their manager, and I rate him very highly, right? Now he's the kind of manager that will get the best out of Modric, the best out of an Enzo, the best out of a Caicedo, the best out of a Madueke. Whatever these players you want to throw in.
I don't think he'll do it with Modric.
How do you know that, bro? You don't know that. You can't say that. Come on.
Every player after you.
Look what he's doing these youngsters at Liverpool, bro.
Yeah, but if Klopp wanted
less expensive than our players.
Take him out Liverpool then.
Sorry?
Why, if Klopp wanted Modric, why did he not take him out?
Because they never wanted him. If they made an offer, they never wanted it. The only club that wanted him was Arsenal. But Chelsea came in and decided they're going to get him instead. Arsenal obviously escaped the deal. Maybe people could say, okay, he should have probably gone to Arsenal, right? Because he probably would have been a better player at Arsenal. I personally think he probably would have performed better at Arsenal. I can't believe I'm even saying that as a Chelsea fan because I can't stand Arsenal.
Right? Chelsea Dan, you have to know this. Chelsea Dan, you have to know this.
But he's got better players around him. He's got players around him that he's also got experienced players around him as well in that Arsenal team that have been playing with each other for like the last 2, 3, 4 years.
And he's won European trophy.
And also he's got his teammates. He's also got his international teammate Zinchenko there as well.
That's right.
So of course they're going to be brilliant up and down that flank.
Okay, so what about Alvarez then? Eddie Alvarez goes to West Ham, and he's been good performers at West Ham.
We wanted Alvarez. Why did we not sign Alvarez?
Yeah, we did, but we didn't sign him.
Well, there you go. And who's that on again? We've said it already. Exactly, bro. But if you bring Alvarez into this football club, bro,
it's not the owner's fault, apparently.
All right, go ahead.
It's not the owner's fault.
No. I'm just going to make my point. Sorry, I'll let you land, bro. I just want to make this quick thing. No. Sorry.
Go ahead,
We wanted Alvarez, right? Yeah. Had Alvarez come to Chelsea, I reckon he's just the experienced player that Enzo Fernandez needs around him. So, and Caicedo because of his age. Yeah, that's the kind of player you need around you. He's experienced. We were also looking at the other midfielder that West Ham signed. What a player he is.
Kudus.
What's the other midfielder?
Kudus.
Another one we were looking at. Never got him in the end. Yeah, I can think of so many names, bro. Yeah, that were linked with Chelsea because of their age or whatever or another. These owners didn't decide to go for them because they wanted the young, talented players, right? But some of the young, talented players they did sign. I'm not going to knock them all because I actually think Modric is a good player. I actually think Angelo Gabriel is an excellent player. Santos is a good player, and I also think Moreira is going to be a good player for us. But they need the experienced players around them, bro. And unfortunately, our owners are not giving us the experienced players. It's as simple as that. You got to build your team around. If you're going to change the blueprint of what we're used to as fans, right, or what you're used to seeing your football club winning every week in, week out, right. Surely, when you bring these younger players in, all right, have experience to come with them and help them out. That's how I'd look at it. Like when, for example, right, yeah, John Terry had Marcel Desailly alongside him to play alongside him for years to come when he became an excellent player. He had Marcel Desailly. And then finally, when he did get in that number 1 spot for Chelsea, who does Jose Mourinho go and buy? He goes and buys Portugal's best ever centre-back in Ricardo Carvalho to play alongside him. William Gallas, one of the best French centre-backs going around alongside John Terry. So that's what I'm talking about, experience, bro. If you don't have the experience in the team, bruv, yeah, other players' skill set is going to suffer. because they're not showing their 100%. They're not showing what they can do on the pitch because it's suffering because they've got a lot on their shoulders and they've got more to do because these owners are not bringing the experienced players to help them.
Absolutely. Thank you very much, DJ. Guys, so we're going to try and wrap up the show today. Santiago, thank you very much for all your wonderful comments that you sent. And Maya, too. Absolutely great person, Maya. I think here soon I have to make Maya moderator because he's always in here every day. Yeah. Neither of them they won't ball, and the team is talking about those two players, McAllister and some other. I think is it Declan Rice. All right, so guys, thank you very much. Lots of comment. I'll try as much as I can to read almost all of them. Since you need experience around a team, you can't play young players around and expect them to be experienced enough to compete, which is very, very true. Santiago said the frustrating part is we have experienced attackers. He is just being injured in Kunku. Absolutely. Santiago said that Kendrick Pierce could be the best out of all those out of them. Again, it might take some time enough. Yeah, another talent. I'm very happy from how Chelsea are introducing him to London. They're trying to watch some games, big games, and trying to have that feeling.
I just hope we don't. I just hope we have the right coach to train this guy up, because the last thing is ruin this guy's talent. Yeah, because I've seen clips of him and what I've seen in the games that he's had in. Dan, I don't know if Dan's seen him as well. Players that we signed with that young.
Dan hasn't seen nothing of him. He doesn't even know him. Oh, okay.
What player he looks
like? What country is he coming from? Kendrick Pierce.
Who you been talking about?
Kendrick Pierce. What country is he coming from?
Kendrick Pierce?
Yeah.
He plays for Sporting Lisbon.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, my goodness. See? I told you guys this.
You
probably
doesn't know. But I don't know the player because I've never heard of this player.
But I know, because you're always on Wikipedia. How can you know?
I don't, like I said to you before, Lee, I'm not you, Wikipedia editing people. I go on proper internet called Google. You go on Wikipedia where people go to resetting. People like I told you before, Lee, you're waffling potatoes and syrup, yeah, with your breakfast in the morning in America. That's what you do, waffle merchant, yeah. You go onto Wikipedia where you can edit, and people can make any shit up on Wikipedia. I go on Google internet, proper internet, where it tells you everything here. Facts.
What you talk about academy players, Chelsea players. You don't even know Kendrick Pierce. Who was a
Ecuadorian, bro? He's Ecuadorian.
Whoever this Perez is probably a young kid, and I don't want to listen to 16 or 17-year-old kids that Chelsea Football Club. I would put ages like 25 and 27-year-olds. We are in the mud. We're not going to get Champions League in another 4 years. Todd Boehly their bodies, ruin our club, and that's facts.
I'm not worried about Champions League. I'm not worried about Champions League. I want the team to get together, understand each other, and start winning Premier League before you extend your feathers to Champions League. I'm not worried about Champions League.
Well, that's the case. Don't care about Champions League. Yeah, we don't care about Premier League because we ain't going to win the Premier League in a long time. We're a long way from Starbucks, Nick.
All right, time will tell. DJ, let's wrap it up. Jesse Dan, much love to you, but bro, stop getting facts and figures from Wikipedia. It's not going to help.
No, you just need to wake up. You just need to wake up and smell the coffee. Chelsea's never going to be great again.
Whenever I come
on,
whenever I come here, right, and I always say every time, whenever I speak to, whether it's you, Nebro, whether it's Dan, whether it's Makeem, whether it's whoever else comes on the stream, Max, just remember one thing, guys. I have the utmost respect for every single one of you. I respect everyone's views and opinions. I like to get other people's views and their opinions, even people in the comments. And Santiago, in particular today, I know he's come at me a few things today, but big up to him. I like a debate. I like an argument. Yeah. Everyone's got their own views and opinions, and this is how we keep this. This is how we keep this platform stronger and stronger and stronger. It brings more people to the show, as they say, as what's the name sang in her song. Was that old song she sang? My milkshake brings all the boys to the.
Yeah,
That's exactly what this does.
I don't
This,
know.
Now
Yeah.
this kind of thing brings everyone to the stream to watch it more and more and more. And you know, and when people see these live debates and streams, don't think we're arguing with each other. We dislike each other. We're all bros here and brothers and sisters at the end of the day. Whenever a girl comes on the stream as well, and we just like people's views and opinions. I wish we get more ladies coming on this show because I'd like to hear a lady's opinion and views and opinions on things. It'd be nice to actually hear from that side of it, all as well, to see what they have to say.
Yeah, I'm working on it again.
You should try and get some on, brother.
I'm working on Paige. I'm working on Paige again.
I've got a woman who could speak about facts, and Neil won't like it. And she'll learn about the owners and all. My missus.
Yeah, I've been working on Paige again, trying to get Paige back again. Yeah, but big up to you. Is it Afghana? Big up to you, Afghana. It says big up Chelsea Dan. Yeah, your man is in the building.
Yeah, my boy, I told you, gotta come on here. No, Neil learned the facts about these owners and all, but he said you're waffling and all.
Guys, I apologize. Anyone that I send the link in, you click on the link, doesn't work in this format and in the way we're streaming. It doesn't work until we go back to the the horizontal way of streaming. It doesn't work when you send the link in there, but that's why I always want to have my fan base on one place so I can send the link out there for them to come on. So I apologize. Anyone that tried to click on the link from the comment and it's not working.
What I do, I forgot to send the link to Gunner on the group chat. Yeah, I'll add him to the group, so you just send him a StreamYard link.
Okay. Dan, are you on the Discord on these Discord, bro?
Yeah, he's on Discord.
But
I never see him coming on there. I'm there putting my comments in there. You come in there. We're all chatting to each other.
He's in there. He's on Discord.
DJ hasn't set me in yet. He hasn't even set me in.
Oh my God. We have chats on there, bruv. Sorry.
He needs to add me in. He needs to add me to the where the message bits are, where you can speak in that. I'm still on that.
Yeah, I'll put you in the group itself where you can see DJ Service always active in there. All right. So is this Afghana? Yeah, Afghana said let me know when your next I think the next stream is on. I will get the link from Dan. Okay, absolutely. Thank you very much, my brother. We've been streaming for over 2.5 hours, almost 2.5 hours. Yeah, it's been wonderful. Max has been on the debate. I'm on the opposite side. Chelsea down and DJ side. We're on the other side. But later on, after Max came on and cleared certain things up, then I can see that DJ side.
He waffles. He goes to Wikipedia internet.
DJ Saab gave me a little bit of his vote, and then he gave a little bit to what's his name? Jesse Dan.
Do you know what it is, Nee, bro? I've said it already, and I'll continue to say it. I'll only start giving these owners their what do you call it? Their plaudits. Or their credits when I start seeing them actually doing something at this moment in time. At this moment in time, I don't see a direction for us until we start seeing the right players coming in and they change their way of thinking. Because
the right sporting directors.
Yeah, I get FFP. I get why we're doing things, and believe me, when even Max mentioned FFP, I believe me, I all understand. I understand the whole financial outlet of everything. Believe me, I do, and I can understand from that angle point of view what they're trying to do in that way. But they still cannot. It still doesn't mean that will cause an issue to make your club a successful football club, and that's how I'm only looking at it. Because we all love our Chelsea, as we know. We might be old school fans, as Santiago said, but yeah, I've been around. I'm a season ticket holder, so I watched them home. I watched all their home games, so that's the reason why I say my opinions and bring my views to across. It's not I'm waffling or coming out of nonsense. It's because I love my club so much.
Yeah, same.
It's Jesse Dan.
Do you know that Chelsea forum when you got in the back of your TV? Do you know who did that? Yeah, do you know who did that?
No, who did that? That one.
One of my mates.
It's on the screen. It's on my screen.
Hey, know what that Chelsea forum's all about?
No, tell me. I don't know. Tell me.
Oh, so you've got the picture that you don't know about. Do you know the Chelsea forum is all about?
No, I don't know about Chelsea forum.
It's all about the Chelsea forum. It's all about that about the morals of being Todd Boehly, get Barley out, the Clown Lakes out. That's why it's Chelsea forums. That's why we got the picture. Okay. I've got that picture, and we made and the boys who's made that picture are my mates of Twitter Space that had enough of the owners, and you want Todd Boehly, get Barley out. Yeah, that's the whole picture of that.
Oh, that's. I mean, that's cool. It's a nice picture. Yeah, absolutely. But I know
Chelsea forum picture. Yeah. And he's
But I
sticking up for
know.
Todd Boehly and Barley.
But actually, I watched Chelsea vs Brentford last weekend. I watched it. You didn't watch it
This weekend, I did watch it.
No, you didn't. When was the last
did
time you
watch
went
it.
to Stamford Bridge? When the last time you went to Stamford Bridge? Tell me the
Last
truth,
time,
because I
last
know
time I went,
that
last
was
time I
6
went to
years
Stamford
ago.
Bridge.
That
Huh?
was 6 years ago.
6 years ago. I went this year. Nee.
When was the last time you watched a Chelsea game at Stamford Bridge?
I
Tell
went
me.
to the Chelsea. I went to Chelsea Nottingham Forest when we lost.
So that's the only game
And
you've
then-
gone
and then after that, I didn't go again.
the whole of last year.
And that's why I didn't go again.
See, that's what I'm saying. You're I don't know. You're emotional supporter. You're not really
Nah, Nee.
supporting the club. You talk too much.
Nee.
You don't
So when
support
you
the
know,
club.
do you know when you live in the UK and know the travel expenses, yeah?
See,
£100 petrol and £100.
see what I'm saying?
Nah,
DJ Sam.
Nee,
See,
you
DJ Sam.
can't
Nah,
waffle
DJ
me.
Sam.
You can't
No,
waffle me, mate. You can't.
See what I've been saying.
DJ Sav lives in London now. He lives.
All right. Now I meet you for a little bit. You know, DJ Sam.
No.
No, Chelsea down. Hold
When
on.
you go to travel, go on.
I'm not taking that. I'm not taking that from you, Chelsea.
When you go to travel and see a crap game,
you're
no
waffling.
point going.
Just let me explain this to you. DJ Sam knows. Chelsea down. I live here in America. I'd never mix any Chelsea game that's been played here in America. And let me tell you this.
Because you're a Chip Barley and a Barley fan, that's why.
No. My first Chelsea game. My first Chelsea game that I watched live was Chelsea and Real Madrid.
You're TB
yeah.
in. You're Top Barley and Egg Barley in.
Listen to me. Let me finish it. My first ever Chelsea game that I watched live was when I saw here in Michigan. I drove 4 hours.
Okay,
to
you
Alba.
pay the tax. You pay the tax and get the more you kids in. And
no, listen to me.
That's what I don't do. That's why.
Let me make my point. Let me make my point.
So why I don't go to the games?
Well, you told me that you
I
went to
don't go
watch.
to the
You
games
want
'cause
Nottingham Forest lost. And you don't want to go again.
I'm not spending my money on a bunch of frauds. It's going to spend more money on kids who ain't got none experience.
You don't support the club. You only support the club when the club is winning. You're not a true Chelsea fan. No, that's what you are. That's what you are.
I support the club when Chelsea wins, lose, or draws. Yeah.
No. You said
we ain't
you
that
said
club.
because of Nottingham Forest.
Hey, DJ, what do I do? Every single time I did my YouTube, what do I put up? I support when Chelsea
You're not
wins,
letting me explain.
lose,
You've
or
already
draw.
made your point. You've already made your point. You've already made your point, Chelsea Dan. You've already made your point.
What do I do when I was already?
No.
He did. To be fair,
I'm a proper
Chelsea.
He's not Chelsea.
My
DJ Sam. He's not. He has a Chelsea down. He has a Chelsea down.
You're waffling. You be Top B and Barley's biggest fan. You paid the frauds by more you 17, 16-year-old kids that Chelsea's never going to win in 5 years in Champions Leagues, no Premier Leagues, no FA Cups. Because
all right, this is what I can do. I can remove him right now. when I'm ready, I'll bring it back in.
Oh man,
I can bring it. When I'm ready, I'll bring it back.
That's harsh.
When I'm muting, he'll mute again. When
he won't be like that. He'll be back.
Yeah. When I'm done, I'm done explaining. I'll bring it back. Chelsea down. See, what I'm saying is, DJ Sam, yeah. I drove 4 hours to go and watch Chelsea play Real Madrid. That was my first time seeing Pedro, seeing Igola Conte, and all these players coming up. And since then, I took it to a different level. When Chelsea plays in Vegas, it's 12 to 13 hours. DJ, I drive from here 12 to 13 hours, fill my gas like 5-6 times to get to Vegas, watch the game, and come back here. I drive to North Carolina, 12 hours from here to North Carolina to go and watch a game. Yeah. I drove 11 hours from here to Florida to watch Arsenal and Chelsea, Miami Cup. And you live in London, almost about 30 minutes, you can watch Chelsea game. And then you come on the platform and waffle so much to me.
No, listen. I don't agree on this one, and Dan can come. I don't agree with fans that don't
Waffle.
I don't agree with fans not wanting to go and see our club play because of the state our football club is, and I can understand people's frustrations and stuff. But for me, I mean, I still go to our games. I mean, the last game I was at, the home match I think was against Wolves.
DJ, how far are you from Stamford Bridge?
Well, I don't live anywhere near there. I have to take the train down, bro. It takes me quite a while. I mean, I live in Hertfordshire, innit? So for me, it's a bit of a, what do you call it?
Same thing with Steven. It took him about an hour and a half to get there.
Oh, but there, probably I'd say about the same thing. Probably maybe.
And it takes me 5.5 hours to get to fucking London.
Well,
Okay.
I mean, then
5.5 hours.
I mean,
5.5
Wembley Stadium.
hours.
I mean, Wembley
By
Stadium was
drive.
quicker for me because I went to Wembley for the final, the Carling Cup final, the League Cup final.
Okay.
It didn't take me that long to get there because we drove it down we drove it there, and
Yeah,
it wasn't that bad.
I've got a command
bro.
from Maya. It says to remove him. All right, thank you very much, Maya. He's gone.
Poor
He's
Dan.
gone.
Oh no! Again, Dan.
Yeah,
That's bad.
he's on timeout. He's on timeout. All right,
gonna love that.
You're back again. Timeout. You're back from timeout.
Look at his face as it all.
Hey, Nate.
Yeah.
There's one
Yeah.
thing I could say that you keep on doing that, yeah. I've told my mates, yeah, need waffle so much on his show and he's Todd Boehly and Barley in. They will never join. Trust me.
You know,
because I've got a couple of boys want to come and jump on.
it's not my bread. You know, it's not my bread and butter.
As a brother,
Look,
these guys in your chat waffle more crap.
it's not my bread and butter.
But when you want to chat all the time.
Chelsea down.
One thing is, I'm a proper Chelsea. I will not go to the games.
Chelsea down.
Because
YouTube
I told you
don't
why
run.
I don't go to the games, my brother.
Chelsea down.
Because
Chelsea
I'm
down, remember.
not spending no money on more kids with devil.
Chelsea down. Remember.
You're loving this, isn't it? You're loving
I love
this.
it. I love this one. That's how to make him. That's how to shut him up a little bit. Man. Just to remember, it's not my bread and butter.
He's a good guy. He's a good guy.
Chelsea, he's gone. He's gone.
Come
on, Chelsea, down. Yeah.
I've known him for a while now. I've known him since streams only, but I've actually met him in person. But he seems a cool dude. He's proper Chelsea. He's proper Chelsea. Whether people like to believe it or not, but he's proper Chelsea.
Absolutely. Maya said that's why we love you, Chelsea down. We love you. We love him. Man. All right, guys, we're down for the day. I'll talk to Chelsea. I have his WhatsApp number. I'll call him. He's gone. He's like, whatever. I'm gone. All right, Chelsea down. Much love to you, brother. We'll see you tomorrow. It's been very, very interesting stream today, DJ. Thank you very much for coming on. It's a pleasure. No worries, it's always a pleasure to have you on. Maya,
thank you very much.
Yeah. Maya, enjoy the rest of your evening, bro. And then Santiago, thank you very much. Afghana, that's the name. Santiago, I want to everyone that came on the show today. Thank you. And thank you, guys. We'll see you again tomorrow. Leo Desperados, as I always say, DJ.
Hang on to hope, everyone, and peace to everyone in the chat and to your families. Big up to you, Nick.
Big up to you too. Big up to you too, guys. If you haven't dropped a like on the video, do me a favor, drop a like on the video before we hop out from here, because the votes, DJ. I didn't see the
what's that?
The final votes.
What was that, bro? Sorry. What was the?
We got 23.
What was the poll? What was the poll?
The poll was very easy. It was like, is Todd Boehly to blame for Chelsea's struggles? And 61% said yes, he made terrible mistakes. 61% of the people agree on that. Then we have 39 of the people said no, it's not entirely his fault. So apparently, people believe that it's Todd Boehly's problem. But I know they'll have different thoughts after this show, so they can have patience for Boehly. Yeah.
We hope, bro. We hope they. As I said, I'm not changing my mind on them full on. As I keep saying, they've got a lot to convince me still, bruv. Both of them.
Right. Guys, we got 23 of the votes that came in, but only 10 likes. Where's the rest of the 10 team?
Bro. I will say I don't hate them. Before anyone says anything, I don't hate them. I just think that at this moment in time, they're making too many mistakes at our football club. They need to sort it out and rectify them soon as.
Right. Santiago said a peace out. Go Blues. Thank you very much,
Peace.
Santiago. Maya said, big up, guys. More life.
More life.
Absolutely. There's more life to work
Peace.
from. So, Maya, enjoy the rest of the evening. Bye, guys. Bye for now.
Up the Chelsea. Peace out.
Peace out. What's up, guys? Welcome back to Blueclouds TV.